Hello, it's Friday, Scott.
Oh.
Dude, we made it.
Yay.
No, you don't sound excited.
I am very excited.
I'm excited because to my right, the king of the clowns, Clownvis.
What's up, gang? Good Friday morning.
And a good Friday morning to you.
Happy to be here.
What a ray of sunshine.
He really is. You look so gorgeous today in your satin ICP jacket.
Thanks.
Yeah,
well,
dude.
this is satin baseball jacket weather for sure, St. Louis.
is.
Get out there and live it up.
I was coming out of the bathroom, the jock bathroom here, and Clownvis was walking to the kitchen to get some coffee, and I went, oh! I didn't know you were here.
Yeah, I like to pop up, man. That's what we do. We like to pop up.
I just didn't know you were walking down the hallway and opened up the door and went, oh, hey! Hey!
That'll wake you up, seeing
Yeah.
Clownvis at 5 in the morning.
No, I was very excited. Always excited to see you. I did miss your show at Del Mar Hall.
It was fun, man. It was totally went off without a hitch.
Seriously, it was great.
I swear to God, man. Yeah, it was. And I mean, thank God Blink-182 canceled. I think that helped
Yes,
a lot. You know, we
yeah.
got a little overflow from that. And I mean, and thanks to you guys, you know, with the reach of this show, plenty of RizzShow fans out there and Team Rizz members I met, and it was really,
Oh, it's amazing.
really a great night. So huge thanks to Del Mar Hall.
I just wanted you to have a good night.
That's
and
awesome.
I felt guilty for not being there. We were coming back from
Me
Mexico
too.
that night.
I hope it didn't ruin your vacation.
It did.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we
it
got to
was,
coordinate next time.
Yes, we will. Next time we'll sync our swatches.
I had a friend go and take his kid, and yesterday he was just telling me how much fun they had.
Oh, good. Yeah, there was a lot of kids there too. It was a fun show.
Yeah, took the 11-year-old down to Clownvis show over at Del Mar a couple weeks ago, and it was freaking awesome. So I was like, oh, good, dude, that's awesome, man. I was like, it's such a he is so unique. It's such a unique sort of show that everybody can find enjoyment in it. My son loves
Well,
it.
it's comedy, it's music, it's just something for everyone.
Yeah, this was fun, you know. There was just 90 minutes of Clownvis, no boring openers to suffer through. I always make people
Right.
suffer through openers, but now I'm like, you know what, give them a break.
You always have to bring somebody who's terrible with you. This way,
That's always been my logic, you know, he sets you up.
yeah, they set you up. They're like, oh, who is this? I can't wait for Clownvis.
Yeah, they'd let you shine.
If you're listening and you've opened for me, we're joking.
Thank you. The 2SG is not
I
offended.
opened for you one time.
Oh, yeah.
That's right there.
Yeah, the 2SG is not offended.
yeah.
Thanks,
Oh,
brother.
yeah. You can't, hey, Scott, you can't go anywhere but up, right?
Yeah. And, you know,
So family-friendly show?
It was a family-friendly show.
Like maybe like a PG-13?
PG-13,
Okay.
you know. There's a couple curse words, but nothing you don't really hear
Yeah.
on daytime TV.
Yeah.
now.
Oh, the kids.
It's the
you know.
Goonies. It's the Goonies. You know, there's some curse words. There's some, questionable things every once in a while. But you're like,
Exactly.
man, this is great.
It's going to feel magical, and you're going to learn something. You might find treasure.
Okay, so there's that, you know, kind of PG-13 Clownvis show. And then let's talk about the Gathering of the Juggalos, which would be,
An
Not
X-rated.
PG.
which would be not, yeah,
NC-17.
NC-17.
The very next
A
day.
hard NC-17.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
the next day?
Well, yeah, the Del Mar Hall was Saturday, and then I packed up and left Monday, so for the gathering.
So if you don't know, the Gathering is what they call it now, right? The Gathering. It was the Gathering of the Juggalos.
It still is.
Oh, it still is. Okay. But if you're in the know, you call it the Gathering. So the Juggalos are fans of the band Insane Clown Posse. Insane Clown Posse's been around for years.
Yeah, 30 plus years, yeah.
30 plus years. That's amazing. Yeah, when I was in high school.
I used to listen to him in high school.
When I was in high school, people were talking about ICP. And they have just, I give it up to those guys.
Yeah, it's hard not to, you know, they got a lot of, you know, the most hated band in the world for a long time, and
They've just cultivated this fan base.
Yeah.
You know, without any radio play, but just this fan base that is so rabid and so loyal.
yeah.
And they've been doing this Gathering thing for how long?
This was the 24th year. Next year will be the
That's
25th. Yeah.
Every year. And is it in the same spot every year? It's in Illinois?
It's been in the same spot for the last few years in Ohio. It used
Ohio,
to be in Illinois. It hadn't been there for a while.
Illinois got tired of them. Get out of here.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to last anywhere too
Get
long.
out of here. So, Ohio.
Yes.
And you've been to the Gathering how many times now?
This was my sixth.
Sixth time.
Sixth time consecutively, yeah.
Do they love you?
awesome.
Like when you show
It's
up, like at
just-
first, are they like, is this guy making fun of us? Or do they get how serious you are about your clownship?
From the very first time I stepped foot on stage there, they've understood me, and it's been the best crowd that I could imagine. You know, after so many years, you know, you got to understand living in LA and trying to play for hipsters and comedy elite and people, you know, scenesters and rock and rollers and so many people in the world think they're cool, but juggalos don't think they're cool, man. They know, you know, they know they're just
know who they are.
Yeah, they know who they are,
And that's why I love it.
and they accepted me for just being me, a clown that kind of, you know, didn't really care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, have you heard stories of, you know, what
course.
goes on there, especially from different acts that are hired to play or do something? I remember a famous one was, remember Tila Tequila?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was she got in a little, got a little sketchy there for her, I think. You know, she had kind of, I don't know the whole story. That was before my time, but she, from what I know, she was kind of provoking the juggalos maybe.
She was so how would you describe Tila Tequila? She was like a reality star.
MTV VJ for a while, right?
a MySpace, she was a
MySpace.
MySpace celebrity, I guess.
MySpace celebrity. So they bring her out on stage, and I don't know if she's provoking people, what she's saying, but people started throwing their feces at her.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How did they have the feces on them? Where
Nah,
did the
well,
feces
there's,
come from?
you know, I've seen bags of pee and stuff. I guess they just
What?
these juggalos think ahead.
Will they
was a-
pack it?
It was a warm welcome of a different sort.
That's one way to initiate somebody.
Yeah, but I've, you know, I haven't seen much of that. If they don't like you, you do know. You know, I mean, I've seen people they don't like, and I've seen people leave the stage because they can't handle it. You know, but if they love you, they love you.
That's
Yeah, I mean, there's videos. Tila Tequila attacked by rowdy concert crowd. This was 2010, so that was a long time ago. And they say she was at fault for basically. Oh, okay. Insane Clown Posse's annual gathering of the Juggalos went badly for MySpace temptress Tila Tequila. Oh, I guess Method Man was on stage with her too.
Oh, no.
Greeted by angry Juggalos hurling stuff at the stage. I guess she was provoking the crowd, and yeah.
Didn't go well, but
Did
yeah,
not go well.
and that's a famous story, and there is others like it. But really, it's you know, if you can just jump over that bar, it's a real candy land.
So what were you up there to do?
What was I at the gathering to do?
Yeah, what were you up there? I mean, did you have a slot on stage?
Yeah,
Just
well,
kinda-
I hosted the main stage on Saturday. Friday night before that, I did an overnight party where I kind of hosted this, basically a rave, but I was, you know, kind of keeping things hype and singing a little bit. I did that from midnight to 4 the night before.
Wow.
And then before that, I got to host the Wet Fago T-shirt contest, and I got to host the Miss Juggalette competition.
Oh, nice.
So they give me the good stuff, and the costume contest, a couple of little peripheral things they have me host, you know. So I'm just there set up all week, man. It's great. They give me a lot of stuff to do.
Oh,
Wait a
that's
minute.
Awesome.
So, Miss Juggalette, so do they come up on stage and is it like a talent
It's
show?
a pageant, and I bring them up for the first round is personality. I ask each contestant a question.
Nice.
And the second round is the talent round, where they show us their talents. And the third round, they come back for the swimsuit round.
Love it.
Well, sure enough, they don't wear swimsuits usually.
What?
Yeah, you got to
free
use your
jugging?
imagination to see what they would look like with the swimsuit on.
Oh my goodness!
It's a good use of creativity.
I want to go back to the swimsuit part, but before that, what's an example of one of the questions you would ask?
So let's see. Like, if you could meet God and ask him one question, what would it be and why?
Oh, I'm sure you're getting a lot of thoughtful answers.
Wow, that's
Some of them are serious. Other things are just, you know, give me your wildest gathering experience. They write them for me, you know. And,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know,
Wow.
What are some of the talents?
that we can talk about on the radio?
I did see.
wow, dude.
Disappearing
this-
acts?
I have a question because you posted a video from the last weekend, and I didn't know if this was part of the talent show or just part of the gathering. There was a woman who was on stage. I'm going to describe this as radio friendly as I can, and it appeared to be nude, and she had her legs. She was sitting on a chair.
Oh, yeah.
And then her legs were pointed out.
Yes.
And then it seems like there were firecrackers.
She shot
involved.
Roman candles out of
Yes.
her
Whoa.
body.
Out of her hoo-ha.
What, a Roman
And that was part
candle.
of the talent show of the.
That was part of the
Juggalette?
talent show.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. She
Incredible.
Did she win?
she didn't even win.
Whoa.
Wasn't even the winner. How about that?
live feed from that moment.
There she is.
Yeah, it was cool. And right then, the stage manager comes up yelling at me, "Hey, no fireworks!" Like I'm gonna go pull it out and say,
He said they're already gone.
"What's done is done."
Right.
This is my last time hosting. It's my last time hosting. I only,
I can imagine your straight face looking at him going, "What do you want me to do?"
What do you want me to do?
I'm not secure.
Crowd's going nuts,
Jeez
probably.
Louise, yeah,
It's the most patriotic thing that's
ever.
ever existed.
The crowd's probably going crazy, loving it.
Yeah, they were.
Who won? Do you know? What was her talent?
Her name is Tattoo Barbie, and she's a very tattooed juggalette from Las Vegas, and her talent was, I think, just naked dancing. I can't remember. I think it was just naked,
very talented.
classic naked dancing.
Congratulations, Tattoo Barbie.
This year's winner.
This year's
Congratulations.
Miss Juggalette, The Gathering 2024. Now, while you were up there, you did film a video.
Yeah.
That wound up going viral.
Absolutely bona fide viral.
Scott, did you see this video that went viral?
No, well, we talked about it yesterday.
We talked about it off the air, but
I didn't see it.
You know how many views?
I know it was over 2, right?
It was 10 million in the first day. It basically stalled out at 10 million after the
Holy
first day.
crud.
And then it was picked up by, all the meme accounts and just shared without credit to me, which is fine.
That's BS.
It's a little off-brand, the actual video. And it's on my Twitter page. It's probably the second tweet down if you at Clownvis if you want to look at it.
We'll retweet it for you and give you full credit right now.
Oh, thanks. And it's it was just an interaction I was having. I was trying to be conscious of pulling out some more content. And there's so many years where I go to the gathering and I don't take pictures myself. And then I just end up with what other people take. So I made a conscious effort. I'm like, I'm going to get pictures with my favorite juggalos and anything crazy I see. And here comes this sweetheart around the corner. And I'd recognized her because we had met before in the past. And
she's in a motorized scooter.
She's in a motorized scooter. And she's dressed up to the nines with a shirt that says, "I love pegging men."
Yeah.
Cool.
And then
I thought that was enough. I thought.
You look like somebody I want to talk to.
Well, she was coming up to the she came right up to the Clownvis merch booth. She was buying a doll for her child, and she.
So this is a woman who has children.
She was married, right?
She was married, and she has children, and the family was all Clownvis fans, and so we were talking for a minute, and she was telling me that her husband had passed away in the past year.
Can I just, before you get
Please.
on with the story?
Yeah, walk me through this, Rizz. I don't want to.
No, I just want to describe. So she's in a motorized wheelchair. She's got a I heart pegging men.
It's a baseball tee.
Look that up if you want.
Crop top.
Which makes me wonder, does she love pegging
Yes.
men? Or does she love pegging men?
She loves to peg men.
We're not going to mention that anymore, okay?
Okay.
It's too damn early.
All right.
We're not going to talk about
I'm
that
just
part
like,
anymore.
I'm trying to figure out every aspect of this
But
t-shirt.
her shirt, I don't know if she got a cut or it's
Just
she's
rolled up.
wearing a small shirt and she should, we'll say it's a little young on her.
It's a baseball tee.
Yeah.
And it must have been hot that day because she's got a lot of skin exposed.
Yeah.
She has pantyhose on, and that is it, as pants. And this is a common thing. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
And she got 2 pigtails. She looks very happy.
She's gussied up, man. Yeah, she's very happy, and she's having the time of her life. And I was,
which is what the gathering's all about.
it's all about. And then she, she was telling me about how her husband had passed away in the last year, and showed me a picture of him. I remembered meeting him last year. And then she pulls out a glass dildo full of his ashes.
Yes. And it's a replica of his member.
An exact replica, she said.
Is it
She
really?
had a cast, she
had
did a mold
casted,
of
yeah.
her late husband's member.
That dude's impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive. And
So it's his
And so
ashes
sweet.
inside the sex toy.
and I'm like, oh my God, that's the most amazing thing I ever heard. And so I go, do you mind, can I film you just saying that? Just say that again. And so she did, a little 12-second clip. And I was very conscious. I'm like, if I posted, is that all right? She's like, oh, please. Yeah, anything that honors my husband is great. And, but yeah, I don't think any of us expected that to be viral. You know?
And your caption is, you find the realest of the real at the gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah.
and there she is. And I see 10 million views on this.
Yeah. Yeah, they.
Video.
I see
And
a
it was-
woman who loves her husband.
It was that's what it was. It was 50-50 as far as all the 10 millions of comments go. 50-50 were like, this is the absolute worst thing I've ever seen. Nuke these people, and the other half was, if my wife doesn't love me this much, I don't want her.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the bar.
I hope my future wife honors me in a similar way someday. That's the second comment.
Yeah, the second comment. And then the next one is, damn, he had a hog.
Yeah, that's something I noticed as well.
There's 20% of people that are just complimenting that guy.
Well, that's the thing that I saw. At first you see it and you go, oh, that's just a regular thing that you see at Patricia's. And then you get the story behind it and you go, damn, lady, good for you.
That's why she's
RIP
bragging about it.
to your mans.
And then the next one says, only real lovers will understand.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot. I'm seeing
It's a
more
true-
I'm
support
seeing
than
way
anything.
more support
It is-
than anything else.
And it is,
Absolutely.
I can tell you guys, I've talked to her, and announcement for the first time, I'm going to be interviewing her on my YouTube show tomorrow night, Saturday
Whoa.
night.
awesome.
She's so real and so sweet. And, she told me she dressed up like that. She wore that outfit because that was her husband's favorite kind of outfit. And she was dressing up kind of honor him. You said she's usually not too comfortable dressing up like that, but her husband always made her feel beautiful.
Oh,
and
that's very sweet.
And she said, she doesn't care about the comments calling her a freak or anything because, she still has that shine that her husband gave her for the years they were married. So it's very sweet. And she said, she was wearing the shirt, and I said to her, as I gave her a hug, I said, this is, I'm happy that you made it back to the gathering to come around. I'm glad, you can put on that shirt, and ride around, make people smile. And she goes, well, my husband did love to get pegged.
All right.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
And it wasn't she wasn't joking. That's how, she's telling me.
Holy
Oh, yeah.
That's just where it's at.
The shirt is true.
So her name is Sage. She's fantastic, and I'm going to go to my YouTube page, and we're going to be talking tomorrow night on Clownvis to the Rescue.
Dude.
With J-Lo and Ben Affleck getting divorced this week, this is the story we needed.
Exactly.
A little
This
realism,
is
man.
the love
Yeah.
story we needed, guys.
You know what word there's two words that I keep seeing repeated over and over and have hundreds of likes themselves, is commitment and loyalty.
Yeah.
Like they're shouting this gal out for saying like, dang, this is a loyal gal, and look at the commitment these two had for each other.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, dude.
His ashes in a glass sex toy.
That is the
Amazing.
tribute that all men hope for.
She said she was going to put them in a baggie, but then she saw that glass thing they made and said, well, that's a better vessel.
Yeah.
And they had an agreement if either one went first that they would kind of try to spread some ashes at the gathering, which is where they met and where they were married.
Oh, they met at the gathering and got married at the gathering?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. So she brought them there in that as like kind of a, I don't know.
Pay an homage.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like an honoring kind of thing, and then was spreading those ashes there.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're
that's
at on
even
the.
beau- that's even
Where's the
cooler.
opening at?
I think it unscrewed from the
The bottom.
call it the base. Yeah.
What do you call it?
The taint.
Yeah, from the base of the shaft, and you unscrew it and just sprinkle a little here, sprinkle.
But I can say this, that for one, I'm glad that at least relieved that I'm not in the video, because if 10 million people were commenting on me, I wouldn't be that comfortable with it. And she is handling it like a champ. She's a very strong person, but it did make me realize that even though we want to have fun and collect content when we're out, that this is the gathering of the Juggalos, and I could have walked 10 feet and found a crazier story, and I could have walked 10 more feet and found a crazier story. And it's I learned that it's not my job to broadcast what everybody does there. Even though it was consented, and we checked a couple times to make sure she wouldn't mind if we posted it.
Right.
I still like, man, maybe some things people are so free there because they don't have to worry about the outside
Right.
world. So I've learned a little bit of a lesson, and I want to make sure that I'm sticking with her here and making sure
It's
that
very thoughtful. Very thoughtful of you to say that, because yes, that is for that fan base, the Juggalos, that is a safe place.
Yeah.
To be who you are.
To be who you are, and let your freak flag fly.
Yeah, there's plenty of, there's, influencers and undercover people that kind of infiltrate it now and put out these sensational videos, look at these freaks, and, we don't really need that. I don't need to be a part of that. It wasn't my intention, and, now we just deal with this video.
So you took the video, and then how long till you realize this thing is going to go crazy?
I got back to the hotel room about 5 a.m., and I just scrolled through my phone and threw up a couple things that I thought made the day interesting. And then by the time I looked back at Twitter, which was probably, before noon the next day, it was already, the numbers didn't, I was like, I've never seen these numbers before.
Yeah.
It was probably 3 million in the first few hours.
Holy cow.
And then it was, it just kept going. And then it was immediately ripped off by all, people just took the video and used it as their own, content without my credit, which was all right.
We'll find those people. Scott's on it right now.
That's all right. They can honestly.
No, we're gonna.
Well, if there's anything that they should know about what happened to tequila, I mean, I would not be messing around. You know what I'm saying?
No, I just hope this lady's still technically grieving. It's been less than a year since her husband passed. So I just want to make sure that
she's okay.
That she gets through this without being the Juggalo Hawk Tua or something.
We need to send her a RizzShow T-shirt and let her know we stand with her in her grief.
She would like that. Yeah, I bet she would like that.
And she's cool with it. Have you talked to her?
Oh yeah. We had a long conversation, privately last night. Because I was just, I was going to say, I was going to tell her, and I did tell her, we could let this go and just not say anything, and it'll probably disappear over time, or she wants to explain herself. She wants people to know that she wasn't out there using that glass device nefariously, that it was just, and her actual story, I'm telling you, it's such a beautiful love story that it will go beyond me should she want it to. It's a story for a much bigger broadcaster than myself, because she really has a beautiful story.
Oh. It's the love story we need, guys.
It is. We don't have to understand it. It was their love story.
Yeah.
And
it's sweet, boy. I tell you, man. I was keeping it together as we were just talking last night, man. She's cool.
How did the husband pass?
He was 43 years old, passed away on the job. He was like some kind of construction worker with a specific trade, I forget. But he had, they didn't have health insurance, and he had some kind of heart condition that they didn't know about, like a valve condition they didn't know about. And just kind of froze up at work and passed away right away.
Man.
That's terrible.
Man. Good God.
Yeah.
Man. And the fact that she pulled herself together to go to the gathering.
Yeah, and, like it shows in that video, if that is a replica, he had a huge hog.
Yes.
And
so he had that going for him.
Yeah, he was a blessed man as far as I hear from what she says, man. Tune into my show. There's only so much I can say, but tune into my show Saturday night on YouTube and hear her version of the story, because it's just sweet.
Kyle's wondering on the instant feedback, does Lern's burial company have this type of urn option?
You know what? What is it, Kyle? I'm going to definitely look into that.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
And also, it's not that uncommon for people to do molds of their partner's wieners.
Oh, they sell that stuff at Patricia's.
I know they do.
Yeah.
Oh, the mold.
Honestly, I'm surprised I haven't seen this that way to carry ashes before. It's pretty hardcore.
Yeah. Is that Clonvis with Kazumi? Who's Kazumi?
Oh, yeah, that is Kazumi. The guy's a creep if he recognized her. She's one of the biggest porn stars in the world. She's fantastic.
I thought it was another clown.
No, I told her it's a great clown name.
That's a great clown name.
Yeah, Kazumi was there seeing what the Juggalos were all about. She's awesome, and she hung out with us all weekend.
I saw a lot of pictures from the gathering of people with this galaxy gas. Do we know what that is?
No.
Galaxy gas. That's the new thing.
Yeah, it's like I guess it's your own personal whippet container.
It's nitrous oxide.
What? And they're selling it?
They sell. I didn't see them selling it, but I saw everybody had their own personal things. Not like not the big dentist tanks of.
No, but it's these personal canisters.
Dang.
Of whippets. Mm-hmm. Which I don't know where you could buy this stuff. Can you?
They don't look like they're getting them from dentist's office.
No, this is like Dude, Walmart sells them. What?
Do they really? They got like a little cartoon picture on it or something? Like
I'm on Walmart.com.
They all had like they all looked like atomic warheads or something on them, little pictures on there.
Walmart is selling Galaxy gas?
Look up on Walmart, Galaxy gas. Dude.
Well, I'm telling you, it's the craze right now, man. Everybody with these canisters and balloons. I can't mess with it because it makes your voice funny, makes your head hurt.
No, also kills your brain cells immediately.
Yeah, I got to be sharp.
Super dangerous.
Wow.
Oh, and they have like blue raspberry flavor.
Yeah.
This is legal.
And creamsicle flavor.
Oh, great.
This is.
Well, if I would have known it was Walmart safe, I might have grabbed a balloon.
I bet you the workaround is, this is for making whipped cream.
Yeah.
Nobody's using it for that.
It says whipped cream chargers. Like they're selling them as.
Well, so you know those whipped cream canisters?
Yeah, the professional
The ones, the chef ones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The little.
Yeah, with like the gun.
Do you have to be
handles and
18
thing?
to buy them on Walmart?
No, you shouldn't have to. I mean, whipped cream's for everybody.
Out of stock.
Yeah, that's because a gathering just happened.
See?
A 50-pack?
The ones on the right.
Yeah, the big things.
The big tanks.
$100
Like people are walking around with those.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
it's a food and beverage additive.
A whipped cream charger. They're marketing them.
But it's got a nozzle for your mouth.
I seen ones that had clips with a little shoulder strap that you could wear.
What?
Really?
Oh my goodness. You can use Galaxy Gas to make whipped cream, power a dragster, or get
Love
really
whipped cream.
high.
The we'll go to the top a second. The out-of-touch adult's guide to kid culture. What is Galaxy Gas? This week, younger people are using nitrous oxide to make delicious whipped cream, being proud of themselves for under-consuming and engaging with the Costco guys for some reason.
What is Galaxy Gas?
Galaxy Gas is brand name of a company that mainly sells nitrous oxide, but it's quickly becoming a slang term for the substance itself. Nitrous, a mind-altering drug if inhaled, seems to be having cultural momentum with younger reprobates. Sorry.
Do you get the brain cells back?
No.
Yeah, you get another
once they're
candy.
gone. According to sources, Kanye's addicted to it.
Nitrous is one of those, quote, gray area drugs. The law is very much from state to state. It's legal in most situations.
Kanye's
You have to be
addicted
21
it,
to get it.
and you could spend all day looking at vids of young people huffing nitrous.
But here's from their website, the Galaxy Gas website. It says the sale of whipped cream chargers is for the purpose of inhalation is illegal.
Yes.
And they say the risks that they include, and not limited to narcosis,
Asphyxiation?
thank you, and serious injury or potential death. So give it to children.
Yeah, that's stuff
I mean,
will
keep
kill
out of
you.
reach of children.
The hell?
Yeah, you're depriving your body of oxygen, and you're replacing it with something that,
Well, it seems like something
if
that
inhaled, is not good.
seems like something that people can do over and over again. They were like chain smoking these balloons. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, but then you hear their voice goes. Their voice sounds real crazy. So I won't mess with it. I don't want to mess with my voice or my sharp brain.
No, both those things. That's your bread and butter. Your voice and your brain.
It's true.
Man, this stuff ain't cheap either.
No, it's not.
I had a buddy who was addicted to inhaling that dust off back in the day.
Oh,
Dust
yeah,
off
that's
the-
right. Didn't you say he was...
He's banned from Staples. For life.
they got his picture in the front of Office Space, or Office Max.
Do not serve this man.
He's banned from Staples. I was with him, and he was in an aisle. I guess the dust off stuff is the stuff you use to clean keyboards
Right.
and get the dust out of little crevices. And he was in the aisle with a canister just
Doing whippets.
and he wound up passing out, and he fell into the display.
Party's not
Manager
really
comes
cheap.
running over, and he goes, "I'm going to call the cops. You're banned for life."
And he still is. Does Staples still exist?
Yeah, I think
After
so.
they banned people that do whippets, they went out of business.
I don't know. So overall, a great experience at the gathering?
Overall, it was a fantastic experience. I'm in Instagram jail for a few days. I guess I overshared there, but
What?
I was trying to, just trying to show the world what it's all about. We had it was so much fun, such a beautiful time. Honestly, my smoothest and best gathering that I've seen to date. It was really just gets bigger and better. And next year's 25, so I'm sure I'm going to do it up big.
25. Yeah, who were the acts that were? Did ICP get back together and play?
ICP's been, they play every year. They played 2 nights, Wednesday and Saturday night.
Because they don't really do much anymore.
They don't tour anymore because of some health issues, but they did announce their final tour where they're going to be touring. It's going to be a caravan where they're going to be announcing what hotel they're staying at in every town. So all the juggalos can just travel with them and everybody can stay in the same
I'm
hotel.
sure
Town to town.
hotels are going to love that.
But yeah, they played 2 nights. You know who I got to bring up? It was Static X. Static X was
really?
very cool to watch that robots thing, man. I wish I could build a robot like that.
Static X. They have a robot?
Wayne Static died, so they replaced him with a robot. And he's really good. He really looks like Wayne Static and sings like him. But
Oh, he's got the mask with the hair on the.
No, I think he's a real robot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's definitely a
There,
real
guys.
robot.
AI is here.
AI is here. Yeah. Well, fantastic. I'm glad you made it out safely, and what a wonderful love story that.
Thanks. Yeah, you know, we'll find out more about that video on Saturday night on my YouTube show.
Speaking of, I have a whole bunch of stories here that I didn't get to this week that I do want to talk about. This kind of what you were talking about with the juggalos could kind of lead me into this. Man, this story has people buzzing online. Involves a model, her teenage son, and some pretty shocking career choices. Look up, Moon, Andressa Urach, Andressa Urach. So she's a model. She's on OnlyFans model, Andressa Urach. And she was on a Spanish talk show with her 19-year-old son, Arthur. Mm-hmm. And now that wouldn't be a story in itself. You know, like I'm an OnlyFans model. I do, freaky stuff on OnlyFans, and here's my son. This freaky part is that she makes adult content for this subscription platform, and guess who films it?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
What? Old Sonny Boy?
Old Sonny Boy. Arthur is her cameraman.
Oh, gosh.
Well,
how spicy is she getting in front of Arthur?
It's spicy. Well, now things get interesting. Apparently, in the interview, Arthur admits, there have been moments in the filming where he thought things were just gross. And the mom, just laughs it off. Needless to say, the internet is having a meltdown about this. People are calling the situation all sorts of things disgusting and shameful, and a sign that society's gone off the rails.
so she goes all out, right? This isn't just like posing. This is doing things.
Oh, this is
doing
everything.
And she has one of those split tongues.
Oh, lizard
what
tongue?
happened?
Oh my gosh, look at that one.
Oh, that's a bad.
That's
that
what the-
looks like Patrick from SpongeBob.
That's with the stitches. That was, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What?
Do you
So
think
is
she
this a
could
cool mom?
move both left and right
It looks like it. Look,
Yeah,
I mean,
they usually can.
independently? That's
yeah, it looks like
crazy.
she's doing the Patrick Starfish.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, so the
What?
son is the photographer and the guy holding the camera as his mother is filming adult content for OnlyFans.
What a life.
With two tongues.
And she got a split tongue.
I wonder what the setup is. She probably just promised him a PS5 or something at the very beginning of it. Some outdated.
Here,
game
hold this
system.
camera.
I mean, is this just a harmless family business stuff or a little something a little more concerning? I don't know.
I would help my mom with whatever she asked.
For a PS5.
He says, well, for me, it's only work, even because she's my mother, and I'm not attracted to her.
Well, see? It's the best man for the job.
He
What do you
says-
want, some creep in there taking pictures of your mom?
Sometimes I'm like, that's gross. There was a scene, he said, before his mother jumped in and confirmed that there was one scene that she did that her son labeled disgusting.
Yeah.
She said she found the whole thing funny.
Yeah. Downfall of society?
No, that's the new family system of America. It sounds like I think that's how the Amish do it.
Yeah, everybody's living different worlds.
Her
full of a
son
lot of
is
different people.
19.
How old is she?
She's, I don't know, she appears to be in her 40s.
So
Maybe late
she's
30s, 40s.
Younger mom.
Wow.
Well,
She's got to be if the kid's 19, she's got to be in her 40s.
I remember, my mom is babe, and I remember going to glamour shots in the 90s with her at the Carbondale Mall and watching her get all sexy for glamour shots. So that was fine. And then she also did some modeling. She worked at Crown Line Boats as a sales lady. She was a single mom. She was making bank money, working her ass off, selling Crown Line Boats internationally and stuff. And I remember they asked her if she would pose in one of the catalogs. I actually got to do it too, acting like this guy was my grandpa and we were fishing. And my mom was in a one piece, laying on the back of a boat
Yeah.
and stuff.
I'm sure you were proud.
I was proud, but it was nothing like this.
That's another level.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she had the split tongue.
Yeah, that's wild.
Ew.
She could be in her 30s, by the way. I mean, come on, man. I had 19-year-olds in my 30s. Right? What's the math there?
Yeah, she could. Yeah, she could have been.
She
Yeah.
could have been, 16, 17. She had the kid.
Some of us jumped the gun.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of split tongues, a Connecticut woman earned 2 Guinness World Records by covering 99.98% of her body in tattoos and having 89 body modifications. Congratulations to Esperance Ferniza, that's her name.
Common spelling?
Esperance Luminesca Fierzina.
It's a cool name.
36 years old. Awarded the record for most tattooed person, female, and the most body modifications, female. So she's got 89 body modifications and 99.98% of her body covered in tattoos. She got her first tattoo, which she has since had covered up, about 15 years ago. And her first body modification was a split tongue 10 years ago.
Wow, dude, look at that. Look at that. First of all, so this was before she got the face filled in, and now the face is filled in over here. She looks like a sugar skull.
See if you could find a picture of her whole body.
You know what I'm talking about? Those sugar skulls, those Mexican sugar skulls,
Yes.
those are so cool.
She could easily hide in front of a Pollock painting.
Dude, listen, I've seen a lot of people do like the whole face thing and all this kind of stuff. That might be the coolest version of it.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's otherworldly.
Yeah, that looks super cool.
that would make a kid cry.
What's
Yeah,
That would
the,
make a young child cry.
okay, there's her whole body, but not, that couldn't.
I think that's a tattoo.
This is? The
On-
one that
on
looks
her
like
side?
skin color?
Yeah, I think that's actually a tattoo. Remember, 99.98% of her body is tattooed,
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. Here's a picture of when she was 17, untattooed.
untattooed. So her body modifications include, tissue stretching modifications and tattoos on her eyeballs and her gums. Some of her most delicate areas have been altered too. 18 genital piercings, and
Oh my
her inner
goodness.
labia was dyed by ink injections.
Wow.
Huh.
Her hair's hot pink. I love her hair color on the top of her head.
Does she mess with her ears too?
No ear piercings. Here she is talking about it.
The percentage of my body covered in tattoos is 99.98%. Probably one of the riskiest mods I have is the sclera tattooing. That was a pretty intense modification.
Wait, what's a sclera tattooing?
Is that the eyeballs?
Yeah.
That's got to be the eyeballs.
Ooh.
She
God.
got full
That hurts
full
so
eyeballs.
bad.
How about getting your tongue split? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Not only split, but she has each side then pierced.
Oh,
Damn.
There's something on her teeth too. I mean, I don't know. Is this? You can't tattoo teeth, right? I mean, what the heck? Did she tattoo her gums? Because her gums look black.
It says she tattooed her gums as well.
Wow.
Whoa-wee.
Okay, the sclera is the eyes, right?
And I've also done ink staining in my tongue and my gums, as well as splitting my tongue, obviously. And then I have the 5 implants in my face that were done over 3 sessions in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
So so look at the skull implants. 1,
Congratulations.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, she has 89 body modifications.
Yeah, but look at this. Like her whole, like where her hairline would be. So she shaves her head back, and she makes a widow's peak with what do you call these?
Implants.
Yeah, big bony implants.
Now, honestly, here's my question: okay, you've done this to your body. 99.98% of your body is covered in tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do to make money? Like, what are you doing?
I mean,
Like, you have eliminated pretty much.
you go on tour and show people what this looks like. She's on the Guinness Book of World Records website. I mean,
Yeah,
she has
And
probably
as a
does-
guy who's won a Guinness Book of World Record, I tell you, there's a lot of money involved.
Yeah.
for sure.
Conventions, she probably gets paid to show up at conventions and just be the top
that gal.
gal.
Come meet her. Meet and greets.
I guess so. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if you get rich doing that.
The tattooed woman.
She also gets paid to make kids cry, is what it says.
I'll repeat. I'll say, at least her face is clever. You know what I mean? Like I've seen a lot of
It is, yeah.
full face tattoos, and you're just like, oh man.
It's actually, yeah.
I've seen that one guy that cut his nose off. That's problematic for me.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I don't like that too much. I
Yeah.
mean, do what you want, but I don't like
That hurt
looking at
me.
you.
Yeah.
Hey, look! She's got the thing that's super popular now. What do we call this?
When
The
you're-
rhino something.
The rhino
No,
piercing.
that was, the rhino.
It goes through the
The
through the
rhinoceros.
tip.
Through the
of
tip of your nose and out the bottom. I hope she's happy because There.
Because if not,
that sucks.
I think this will be painful at some point in life.
I mean, I'm sure she goes through the pain every time she gets something tattooed or pierced.
Her
I mean,
threshold of pain has to be amazing, though. I mean, some of this, it hurts me just to look at it. She has to be the most free
the
feeling
split tongue
person.
thing is, you got to get that off the screen.
You think so?
Yeah, because I mean,
or the opposite.
Can you get it off the screen?
because she clearly doesn't care what people think. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, this is who I want to be. This is what I want to look like. I am completely free, and she's not feeling the judgments of others or people looking at her.
or maybe she's just trying to be cool.
It could be that.
Yep. Mission accomplished.
Super cool.
Because she looks super cool.
I just worry about like an addiction, scratching an itch that can't be
For sure.
scratched.
Well, that tattoo addiction is real.
Well, when you
Oh, for sure. I'm just saying.
when you have that much done,
Yeah, I mean,
there's something.
I wish her well and worry. At the
That's
same
what I
time.
said.
I worry about
hope she's happy.
infections with all that splitting and poking and
Piercing.
Piercing.
Yeah.
My wife was at the Missouri State Fair. I guess it's over now. The Missouri State Fair out in Sedalia. She was there
Darn it.
last week. I'm going to go next year. I have to make it a point to go next year.
It's super
She
fun,
said
man.
it is amazing.
I've never been.
You haven't been to any state fair? I've never been to a state fair.
I don't think I've ever been to a state fair. No.
It's super fun.
Yeah, they're the best.
Missouri does it right. It's been a long time since I've been there, but we used to go as a family because we would show horses. So we were doing the barrel racing and the pole and the horse shows and stuff. But on the side, and I forget, how the days all unroll, but they got the wing sprint cars and you can watch stock car racing on a dirt track. Like there was a lot of cool, fun stuff.
And also,
that
a
we were
lot
doing
of
for a
like,
couple weeks.
hokey, wholesome fun too.
Yeah, and then concerts as well. I mean, it's
I think Ludacris
it's a
played
lot
the
of
Missouri
stuff.
State
Oh, that'd
Fair.
be fun. I'd like to
Ludacris
see
in
Ludacris.
Alabama.
Nice.
Something for everybody.
It was
I
a
love that
mashup.
album, by the way.
Yeah.
No, but I mean some of the hokey stuff like biggest cabbage.
Oh, yeah.
Or livestock judging.
I'd like to see that.
I had to explain to my wife what husband calling is. Have you heard of this?
I don't know that, no.
I don't know if they do it here in Missouri, but at the Tennessee State Fair, it's a big thing. A husband calling contest is it's for fun, held at some state fairs. The basic premise is simple: women compete to see who could call their husbands in the most creative, attention-grabbing, or amusing way. So the Tennessee State Fair had the husband calling competition a couple days ago, and here are some of the contestants. See if you could stand this. Here comes your winner, by the way.
All right.
You're wondering who won the Tennessee State husband calling contest? Right here is the winner. Yeah,
Get that snow shovel.
I want to hear her announce a home run.
Yeah.
So that's a thing.
I never knew. I like that.
That actually makes me want to not go, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
fine. Speaking of state fairs, Kentucky just got finished with their state fair. Dioramas. Remember dioramas?
Sure.
Who didn't have to make a diorama
School?
in school?
That's with the cardboard, right? You put it up on a table.
No, it's like mini versions of landscapes or rooms often built into a shoebox.
Oh, never mind. Never had to make
You never
one
had
of
to build a
those.
diorama?
No.
What
I
about
thought
you
everyone
guys?
did.
Yeah.
I thought everybody did.
I would just
yeah,
do them
of
for
course.
fun. Yeah, I'd make little dioramas for fun.
And if you could picture what this one looks like, you're probably perf. The Kentucky State Fair had a diorama contest where artists do intricate models of whatever they want. And third place this year went to a miniature version of a casting couch set.
Oh, no.
And if you're not a perv, the casting couch is a series of very naughty videos where they pretend the actress thinks there's a legitimate job on the line, there for a legitimate audition or job interview. But then the interviewer needs a few favors first. So if you could pull up the Kentucky State Fair casting couch diorama.
Learn, here's some examples, the shoebox ones, and then they get pretty crazy elaborate and look like, Night at the Museum with Owen Wilson's part. What was it, Kentucky State
Kentucky
Fair?
State Fair casting couch diorama.
I'm trying to think of how you could create the scene.
Oh, he did it.
Oh, my God.
Can you give us some details?
Yeah. So it's a...
Oh, look at that.
And if you've ever seen these videos, it's a couch and a desk and a camera and...
But they didn't know what they were awarding, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's
Is
the
that
thing.
the point of the story?
So an artist named Preston Poling made the model. He won blue ribbons for his past work, including many versions of sets from the show Frasier. This time he wanted to make people laugh. So he did an exact replica of the casting couch set without the actors in it.
Yeah.
Black couch, cheap gray rug, simple office desk, all to look very realistic. There's even a tiny camera he carved out of wood.
So here's the subtlety. There's a tiny camera on the desk facing the couch, and then on the computer screen that's facing the opening of the diorama is the framing of what the camera would be picking up.
Isn't that amazing?
Which is the couch and
Hmm.
the desk.
And I love the blinds are kind of messed up.
Yeah.
That's whoever was judging us though, the wife of that guy had to be very thrilled.
So
He didn't know what this was.
It was good enough for third, and it was on display for almost a week, but then photos of it went viral, and the judges pulled it for being inappropriate.
Oh.
Being a, quote, inappropriate build.
You ever heard of a Hollywood potato chip?
No.
Yeah, just look that up. I can't talk about it.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. Hey, look at this. It says Preston, also known as the bearded miniaturist. The bearded miniaturist.
Yeah, he's got a cool logo, actually.
Hi.
Because he actually did win. So he came in, he did a couple dioramas. He did win. He did a model based on a scene from The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm Scott Rizzuto. You may know me as the mustachioed miniaturist.
You know what? I saw one of those stores the other day where people go to get little miniaturized things like little furnitures and little peoples and whatnot. Freaked me out, man. Also, the movie Hereditary begins with Toni Collette. She's a miniaturist and she's making a crazy looking diorama of her house and like predicts her mentally ill mother killing everybody and stuff.
Which is the one with Steve Carell? Remember, makes the mini figurines.
That's the 40-year-old virgin.
No.
Was that
He does.
The one where he was beaten?
Yeah.
Like he got beaten up at the beginning of the movie and he made these like little mini...
Little Miss Sunshine?
No.
Nope. It was... I know
I'm
what
all
that
out of my
is.
Carell movies.
Well, I looked that up, and obviously I'm in the punk rock world.
Somebody said if you zoom in to the middle cushion, there's a butt print.
No way.
On the couch.
Wow.
No, why? Oh, my gosh, there is. Look at that.
They got a potato chip in there. It is.
Right there.
That's a potato chip?
That's called a Hollywood potato chip.
The Vandals have an album called that, but
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can tell I'm in the punk rock world because when I looked it up, that's all that I'm getting is Vandals.
Well, looking up on Urban Dictionary.
Dinner for schmucks is what everybody's saying to you.
No.
it was...
No.
The Office?
It was like a set. No. The Office. No. All right, no more guesses.
Huh. Oh. Okay, it's a California potato.
Oh, the
California, all right.
California potato chip, yes.
I like the Hollywood
that.
variety myself.
Oh, man, that's
something.
That is something.
Hey, speaking of California, another one of these stories. A 2-year-old girl in California had a pretty interesting experience after being accidentally served alcohol at a restaurant.
What?
And we had a story like this a couple weeks ago.
At a restaurant?
At a restaurant where I think the two kids, they were at a Mexican restaurant, ordered like virgin daiquiris or something, virgin pina coladas, and were accidentally served. Oh, no, what was it? They wanted like Mountain Dew or something, were served like Windex.
That was also a thing.
Yeah, well, this one, a 2-year-old. The family was at dinner when the toddler was given a cup of what they thought was apple juice, turned out to be wine. And the little girl started acting strangely. Her parents realized, something's up here. They took the little girl to the emergency room.
Yeah.
She had a blood alcohol level of 0.12%.
Oh, my
Whoa.
goodness.
That is crunk. And that's right, I did say it.
Crunk.
Dang.
I said, I'm trying to be cool around Columbus.
Speaking of Crunk, the movie Welcome to Marwin.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
That was awesome.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Welcome to Marwin. That's it. So the restaurant's manager said it was a mistake, obviously, and that the wine was stored in a container labeled what?
Apple
juice. Idiots.
Of course.
They stored wine in a container labeled apple juice. The police are now investigating. Parents are urging other parents to be cautious and to always taste their kids' drinks before letting them have them. Grateful the daughter's all right. Hope this won't happen to anybody else. Here are the parents.
She was swaying. She was falling over. She was leaning on the walls. She couldn't hold her head up. She was slurring her words.
Yep.
Wow.
Poor thing.
2 and in rehab.
0.12 blood alcohol level.
Wow.
Drunk.
That's bad.
This was going around this week. Even if you're a morning person, I think maybe Lern and I talked about this off the air. Even if you're a morning person, you could admit more could go wrong in the first couple hours of a day than could go right. Mm-hmm. Now, according to a new survey, the average person knows if their day has been ruined by 8:36 a.m.
Let it be known.
The average person knows if their day is going to suck by 8:36 a.m.
So at 8:37, if you're still smiling, just be like, "Whew, made it."
Yeah.
Made it.
I know they didn't just poll people who set their alarm for 8:35. Maybe it's sleeping past your alarm. Maybe the coffee maker's on the fritz, or maybe traffic is looking worse than normal. And the average person has 4 bad days per month or 48 per year.
Huh.
4 bad days a month. Now, how does the average person know that the day is ruined? Waking up and feeling sick, sleeping poorly through the night, waking up with a headache, losing your keys, forgetting your phone at home, running out of toilet paper, forgetting your wallet at home, sleeping through your alarm, realizing you forgot to plug your phone in the night before, stubbing your toe. So yes, guys, if you make it to 8:37 and you're feeling okay, chances are everything's going to be all right.
Yeah,
It's going to be a good day.
Yay.
Everything's going to be
Oakley dokley.
What time
everything's
is it?
going to be okay.
It's only 7
It's only
a.m.
7 o'clock, guys.
Plenty of time for things to go wrong.
Anybody flying? Anybody have
Not at the
a
moment.
flight coming up?
Not right now.
Got that galaxy gas in me.
Now, Moon, you were on a plane, last weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, flying. You flew out to...
What did I fly? Reno.
Reno.
Well, first it was Phoenix, I think, and then Reno. It was 4 or 5 flights. Sacramento, maybe.
Has anybody seen the new trend? It's making its rounds.
Not raw dog?
Having to do with flying and maybe the process of getting onto a plane.
No.
You know, everyone has a take on the most annoying things about social media influencers. And now Clown has got a video that's gone viral.
I know all about
You are an
viral
influencer.
videos now.
But if this trend catches on, I think we'll all have the same answer for the worst of the worst. There's apparently this trend among influencers to take staged artistic photos of their TSA trays while going through airport security.
Stage photos of TSA trays.
Yeah.
That's what I need, is you to take more seconds of my
That's
life
it.
out of this freaking line. Are you kidding me?
That's taking the time to carefully and neatly arrange all their belongings in the gray tubs
Oh, man.
and then taking a photo from above and posting it online.
I
So
can't believe that they have
gratifying.
time to, because the security always make you, hey, they were pointing, they're moving, shoving things. Like, how do they
Yeah.
have time to do this?
Listen, I have to admit something, and I just want to get this up on my
Thank
chest
you.
for my own sanity. I'm a really nice guy. I really am. Like in almost every single situation, 99.9% of situations, you're going to find like a guy who wants to treat people well, who really enjoys treating people well, and is just naturally like I'm a pretty happy.
Peace and love,
I'm
right?
Peace and love.
Peace and love, this guy.
Yep.
I have probably treated some TSA folks in
Poorly.
in a manner that I should not. And I'll fully admit it.
We're in the trust tree.
And I'm asking for forgiveness, not only from them, but from you guys. Because, you got to treat staff a certain way. I get it. I totally get it. But the inconsistencies between every single airport is you're all wearing the same uniform. It says TSA. You all are supposed to have the exact same training. We're supposed to go through the exact same protocols. How
Standards.
is it that every single thing, every single place is different, and St. Louis is the worst of the worst? And I'm sorry. And I know if you're on the way to the airport and you're working and you're putting the TSA uniform on, it's probably not your fault. But I'm going to take it out on you.
Wow.
Well,
I-
get ready for enhanced searches next time.
I fully admit, like,
dummy.
I get so upset. What is it? I just have so little
Because
patience.
everybody's on edge already, and
Right.
every little thing will then set you off.
Yeah, and
You know, you're on edge about flying. Yeah, you know, you're being told what to do. It's a cattle call. You're waiting in line.
Right.
You have to take off your shoes. You got to do this. You got to do that.
but then I don't, and then you said this, and then you said something different, and then
So
you
pertaining to this story, I mean, that just shows the absolute focus influencers have. I mean, it doesn't matter what's going on around them. They can stop, they can grab that picture, and they can make it go viral. That's why they are who they are.
That's pretty cool.
Listen, seeing the photos in your feed of your neatly put TSA tray, and see if you could pull up some examples of this, Moon, for people to see. But it's adding yet another distraction and inefficiency to an already, what I would say, cumbersome process.
Yeah.
Tray
Or-
It's
aesthetic.
basically the photo. Remember back when Instagram first rolled out, people started taking photos of their desk, and they'd have like a camera. They'd have a little flower. They'd have their shoe. They'd have all these things like lined up nicely. And
That's fine. That's a desk.
I think
know.
no,
That's a
I
that's what this
slow
is.
zone.
Part
I
two.
think that this is nice to bring a little art to the airport. It's such a drab situation. You might as well try to look for the beauty in it.
They're calling it tray aesthetic.
Tray aesthetics.
And by the way, I'm never yelling at anybody. I'm not cursing anybody out. I'm just
Trey Aesthetics, isn't that guy from Alice in Chains?
No, he's the lead singer of Fish.
Yeah, Fish. That's right. Yeah, it's staged glamour photos. TSA is now aware and is trying to cut down on the airport tray aesthetic.
Yeah. If that was happening in front of me, I think I would have to say
I would lose
something.
my
Let's
mind.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This
Now,
is no time to mess
it's
around.
worth pointing out that some of these posts are being quote-unquote staged after the line
Mm-hmm.
at the benches, which is slightly less irritating, but still irritating.
Annoying airport trend going viral that could get you in trouble. Get out of here. That's my point. Is
It
that
could.
They make it all seem so serious, and then it's not. They're not even taking their own protocol serious. The whole thing is a joke.
The problem is the word could. It should be changed to will. and-
Exactly.
And will then you will be put on a no-flight list.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just so upsetting.
approved.
It's so upsetting, and it's all the
You guys
illusion.
have
of
no
safety.
appreciation for art.
It's called no appreciation for anybody else. That's what it is.
It's called I have to get to my freaking gate, okay? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Which you're rearranging with your, dumb tray and you're standing on the...
Maybe you guys should have left a little bit earlier and let me get my picture here.
You know what? Hey, you know what? Main
You're
character
standing on
energy.
the belts, taking a picture.
Yep.
My
outta here.
Instagram will not suffer because of your tardiness.
I'm going viral, whether you like it or not.
Get that.
Again, I'm sorry to the TSA people. I'm just sour. I'm a sour.
I love you,
person.
TSA, and everything you do.
yeah, I love
gonna
the
be-
patent.
We got a friend up at the terminal too. We see him every time.
Shout out to Jeff, man.
Yeah, he took
Jeff's
my
a
knife.
good dude.
He took my knife last time. That was it was upsetting.
Dude,
but,
I bought that for $5 off of him. It was a good deal.
oh man, I asked him. I was like, "Hey, is there any way I can come back and get it or something?" He goes, "No, man." And that was the one time that they stuck to protocols.
Yeah. Shout out to TSA, Jeff. Good guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
I remember he walked my mother through, let her go.
Really.
Yeah.
That's nice.
After she took her picture of the tray and everything.
A picture of a tray.
I just get sour. I'm sorry.
I guess there's an airline in Australia called Jetstar. So a passenger on a Jetstar flight in Australia wanted to beat everybody to the baggage claim. Mm-hmm. I don't know why you want to beat everybody there. I mean,
mean.
you usually have
You're
to
going
wait.
to have to wait, right?
You usually have to wait anyway. So on yesterday, he opened up the emergency exit after the flight landed.
Oh.
And he walked on the wing and climbed down to the tarmac at the Melbourne airport.
Oops.
Now, officials said that even though opening the door triggered the evacuation slide, he still took the hard way down. Idiot.
If I don't use the slide, they won't charge me for the slide.
Now, if you are going to open the airline slide, aren't you going to use the airline slide?
Of course,
Yeah.
it's so
What else are
fun.
you
One
doing?
chance.
It's so fun. You have to.
Yeah, you
got
hear
one-
Eminem
hopefully-
starts.
Hopefully, you're one chance.
Dun, 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 dun.
If it's not an emergency situation and you're doing the slide, you go head first, or you do the whole cross your arms over your chest and do the
No, I'm doing
Jump and slide?
I'm not going head first. I'm doing across my arms
the jump and slide.
because they bounce. Like you watch
Yeah.
somebody really do it, they'll bounce.
It does look
But
fun.
it looks
They're
fun, though.
man.
It does. It's it's the one thing when you see the video or you see. Remember they used to do They used to actually, instead of just like a digital reenactment, they used to have a video of people doing it. And you think, man,
Looks
I do
so
not
much
want
fun.
to. Yeah, I do not want to find myself in a situation where I have to use this thing. But boy, it would be cool.
You know, the 747s or whatever the Boeing planes were that were defunct, they should just bring those to City Museum and put those on the roof and let us all do the
Let
slide
us all do it.
Let us
off
all
of
do
one
the
of those,
slide.
you know, and then
Do it.
make better planes.
What a brilliant idea.
You know, it's reusing, it's recycling those planes that nobody wants to fly in.
Mm-hmm. Well, one passenger said this guy that did this, opened up the thing, and then walked out of the wing, had been vaping
Of course, we
on the
know.
flight, which is, of course, is illegal.
He was high?
He was
Vaping
also
what?
demanded to be. He also allegedly demanded to be served alcohol during the flight. Yes, he will.
This guy does not know how to fly.
He will be facing charges for breaching aircraft safety protocols. Another guy.
Isn't it 30 grand, like immediately?
Oh, to replace that whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, but I think,
Door,
is he an
everything.
influencer? Because that might be a different story.
And yeah, anybody check his Instagram feed? Now, another meltdown on a flight. This is at Logan Airport. Guy was hammered and peed on another passenger. Where were they headed?
Vegas.
No.
Oh.
Ireland, of course.
Oh, of course. My people.
Well, it's a long flight. You can't blame the guy.
Full-on midair bathroom break on somebody. So what are we doing up
What
there?
are we doing? Can we all just stop? Can we collectively, as a society and as a world as a whole, just please stop? Stop peeing on people. Stop going off the side door.
Stop taking pictures of your TSA tray. What about
Please.
raw dogging?
Rafe and Tina were flying to L.A., and he texted us. Well, actually, he texted me before the group, and he goes, I got a Lauren Elwell flight, like you don't even know what, because there was a little packaged tortoiseshell cat under the seat in front of him.
Oh, yeah.
Which was yowling the entire flight, and the cat pooped. So, and then he said that he was sitting next to a guy who was raw dogging the flight. He goes,
Why?
I'm in hell.
Now you know what that is, Clovis, right?
Yeah, that's where without headphones on and you're just
Staring at.
Yeah.
You're just sitting.
You're just
That's
sitting.
rough.
Can you end the raw dogging if you start just staring at them and concentrating on them?
You can't by talking to him.
Oh, yeah, good call.
I mean, you
Just
could
talk the whole
you
time.
could totally break the whole thing and just mess it all up.
Headline. Medical experts say raw dog in a flight is too dangerous.
What?
It's dangerous, guys. Trying to raw dog a flight might put you in a hospital.
Oh my gosh.
This has been a popular social media trend for some reason. It's the dumbest thing. I'll put this up there with taking pictures of your TSA tray. I don't know what you're trying to prove. That you're like Gandhi? You have such self-discipline that you could be without
Well, never mind
for a
now.
couple hours?
What are the health problems here?
Well, here we go. No music, no entertainment, no food, no drinks, no bathroom, no sleep for the entire trip. Now, they'll either stare at the on-screen map in front of you, the seat pocket manual, or just straight ahead. One person did it for 15 hours. Medical experts don't like it. One doctor told the BBC they're idiots. A digital detox might do you some good, but all the rest of it is against medical advice. The whole thing about the risk of long-haul flying is that you're at risk of dehydration. If you're not moving, you're at risk of deep vein thrombosis, which I don't want,
No.
No, I don't want.
which is compounded by dehydration.
Okay.
Wait, you're
Not
saying,
going to the toilet, that's a bit stupid.
So you're saying to do the raw dogging, you're not allowed to like even do like the foot exercise? thing?
Nothing.
What do you mean? But that's not. We've totally missed the point of the whole raw dog. The raw dog is just like digital detox, and you're not doing
Yeah.
anything to entertain yourself. It
Right.
doesn't mean that you're going a bronze statue.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you don't. You can still do the foot exercises and avoid the deep vein thrombosis.
A nutritionist says this is one of the most dangerous trends I've seen on social media in a while. And while it looks innocent and a bit of fun on the surface, this could have deadly consequences.
Zoinks.
I would urge people to use sense when traveling.
Darn it.
That should be called something else. That's statuing.
Yeah, that would make sense.
One travel expert told the Daily Mail, we advise enjoying the flight with low oxygen pressure on flights and a change in humidity levels. An increased amount of water evaporates from our skin and lungs when we're flying, so it becomes increasingly important to stay hydrated and consume liquids when flying.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same.
It also says here, very important to watch Owen Wilson movies while flying.
Yes.
Right on.
Me, myself, and Dupree or whatever.
Yeah.
You, Me, and Dupree?
You, Me, and
Oh,
Dupree,
what a
yeah.
great movie.
Kate Hudson said
Airplane
that.
classic.
Awesome.
All right, listen, we got to take a break, but first. All right, Team Rizz Member of the Day is brought to us by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Book your fantasy football draft party this season at Hot Shots. Visit hotshotsnet.com/fantasy. From Shiloh, Illinois, Liz Wuzalik.
Yeah.
Liz, avid listener of the show, has also followed the show since the very beginning. Also appreciates having the opportunity to attend the many events that the show is at. We host, her favorite being the military appreciation broadcast at Scott Air Force Base, which I think we got. Do we have that on the books yet?
Not on the books yet. I was thinking about that the other day.
Oh, I thought we did.
I thought we did.
I have it
I think it's on
marked
our
down.
books, but it's not promoted
Oh,
yet.
it's not
Oh, right.
She rocks her weirdo gear as often as possible and often uses it as an opportunity to tell friends and family about how awesome the show is. Well, thank you. Liz Wuzalik from Shiloh, Illinois is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up. 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. Yes.
Woozalik. That's how you feel if you raw dog a 14-hour flight, don't drink any water.
I'm a little
You
woozling.
get a little woozalik.
Wuzalik. Yeah. Thank you, Liz.
Show.
All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RizzShow. Show. Your emails. RizzShow 1057thepoint.com. Clownvis joins us this morning.
What's up, gang?
We got comedian Pat House coming in around 9 o'clock. He'll be at Helium Comedy Club tonight and tomorrow. Friday Fail Stories coming up. Crab on Celebrities. Porno Birthday. We'll tell you who's moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs in just a second here. Clownvis during the break showed us a picture of something that somebody gave him at the gathering of the Juggalos. I don't know, Clownvis, if you want to show the picture to Lern.
Yeah, Lern. Let me see. Do you know what this is? What
It's
would
like
you?
a
I'm sure I
vial.
do.
It's a
It's
vial.
like a vial of something.
What do you think that is?
It looks like a spider.
If somebody handed that to you at the gathering of the Juggalos, it's a vial with what looks like maybe a couple rocks and a couple wet red stems.
Is that a
maybe?
kidney stone? Is that a? It looks like a spider, but now I'm looking at there could be like a crystallization of a kidney stone.
My first thought was this is some kind of super bud dipped in opium with a dash of ketamine on the side.
Of course.
Do you think it's somebody handing you drugs?
Yeah, so I just threw it in my pocket to see, investigate
use this
this later. And I pulled it out the next day. I said, "What the hell is this?" And I ended up finding out what it was.
Clownvis, what's in the vial?
It is I don't know what the substance is, but it's with menstrual blood, and it's a witch thing. A
Wow.
witch gave it to me.
Lucky you.
So a witch gave you menstrual blood for good luck?
I think maybe for her good luck, for my misfortune. I left it at a Love's truck stop. I ain't getting pulled over with that. I'm not explaining that to the coppers.
That's the.
What's in the viral, clown?
It was a gift.
What's in the
She
vial?
gave you the blood of a medieval
What's in the box?
performer.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
swear it's menstrual blood. What?
Yeah, I know because a security guard came up to me. He said, "The clown, did that girl give you that vial of menstrual blood?" I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, she said she was gonna." So I guess that's how I knew what it was.
Yeah, you're either loved or hated.
She
I don't
handed
know.
it to me on stage. I said, "What's this?" And she said something, but I couldn't hear.
I've never given anybody something like that.
Nope.
So.
I heard it was a witch thing. I think she was putting a spell on me.
You feel okay?
I'm in love, baby.
It worked. It
My
worked.
gosh, I tell you.
I'm in love.
All right, folks, time to crown the official Craigslist Freak of the Week. Two of these freaks moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs, round number 2. So Lern yesterday read us 4 past champions. Again, based on your votes, 2 will move on to the next round. So here's how it all shook out. And by the way, the winner, it was an ass whooping. Mm-hmm. So I just tell you, in 4th place with 3.8% of your vote, we say goodbye to Larry Bird.
Larry Bird. Oh, this is the guy that wants to cover himself in syrup and birdseed, and you're going to do all things that he
Well,
wants
birds
to
are
do
gonna flock
too.
to him.
Yeah, birds are going
Right.
to eat the seed off of him. It's all sexual, and then we're going to cover you in birdseed and see how it goes as well.
Yeah. He wants to put honey on your nips.
Get ready to be one with nature.
All right, so there's that one. We say goodbye with 3.8% of your vote. We also say goodbye to Leonardo da Vinci.
I can't believe this, but this is the one that's really into statues, dolls, and mannequins, and has joded to thousands of them and wants you to become basically a bronze. He's developed some sort of skin-safe solution where he's going to cover you in it, lacquer you in it, and make you a statue. Don't worry, though. You'll be able to breathe, and he'll be able to do things to you.
He will also have removable plugs for your booty hole.
You know, a good way to do that would be like them dilly cones they make at Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Dip somebody in
what's
chocolate.
Dip you,
and
yeah.
it freezes up real quick.
Like a hard candy shell.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I don't think that's what this is. Dilly cones are delicious. I think that's a little different.
So Leonardo da Vinci with 12.2% of your vote. We say goodbye. And here we go. Moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs with 16.8% of your vote. Congratulations, Coma Lisa.
Once in a lifetime sex experience, woman for man, 42 years old, London. I had a surgery scheduled in March that's going to keep me laid out in the hospital for a couple of days. I'm thinking of taking this opportunity to have a little fun on the side. After my surgery, you will wash my whole body. Make sure you don't leave any crevice unscrubbed. Please lift my flaps and get in there real good. I don't want a yeast infection from the filth of the hospital. Once we get me out of the bath, we will wait for the nurse to come and change my bandages and wound dressings. Next, you will need to rub me down with oil, head to toe. Wear gloves so that all of the oil gets absorbed into my skin and not onto your hands. Pay attention to my flaps. After we get me all oiled up, you're going to put my pajamas on and then go down to the cafeteria to get me a snack. Nothing garlicky. When you come back, the lights will be off. Now, it's time for fun. I'm going to act like I'm in a coma. Then you need to mount me quietly and sex my lifeless body up while also not trying to make a scene if we have any roommates or nurse staff in the hallway. I can sign a document of consent before we get this on the books. I want you to feel the freedom to go as wild and as dirty as possible in this opportunity. You know, how often does this come our way? Not often. Everything is in play, including the dirtiest of all places. This will be one of a kind of experience that we will never forget. Please send a photo and a little bit about yourself to get things rolling. BBW Ashley.
All right, congratulations, Coma Lisa. Moving on to the next round, and our top vote getter with 67.2% of your vote. Congratulations to Crawley Shore.
Bugsy, man for woman, 41 years old, Ottawa. I want to bang while we're covered in creepy crawly bugs. You and me and thousands of six-legged partners in the ultimate insect orgy. I started keeping ants in an ant farm in my room as a hobby when I was 9. I would take them out and play with them and enjoy the ticklish feeling of the ants crawling all over my legs and thighs. By 13 or 14, I had added snails and cockroaches to my collection and was becoming increasingly obsessed with it. I soon began punishing myself while the ants crawled on me. In my mid-teens, I would put honey on my willy and let the ants walk all up on me. By the age of 35, I was masturbating several times a week while the roaches crawled on my thighs and testes, and the snails crawled all over my nips and my willy. Sometimes I would get a hold of a frog and put it against my willy to get off on the squirming as it tried to escape.
This has to be illegal to talk about.
Yes. They have always felt disgusted by this habit, but derived no pleasure from normal sexual activities. My psychiatrist suggested that the paraphilia developed as some sort of alternative outlet after my normal sexual expression became associated with the trauma of my mommy punishing me when she was, when she found out that I had this sexual fetish. Now that I understand my condition, I finally embraced it and want to find somebody who is like me and who will dive into a kiddie pool filled with ants, roaches, slugs, snails, centipedes, and any other insect. We will have sex while our bodies are enveloped by the sensation of thousands of little legs crawling and slithering all over our skin and into every crack, tickling and biting us as we have mad, passionate sex. I'm open to reptiles like snakes, lizards, and frogs, too, if you're into that.
All right, there you go.
No.
Sure.
I'm going to give that a no. You can't have that. No, there's certain rules we have to. Can you imagine the scene after that? It must look like, remember when that little mosquito got frozen in the lava from Jurassic Park?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the amber.
In the amber.
Remember them? Imagine them bugs afterwards just stuck in time.
So these... go ahead.
I was going to say, wasn't there a Creepy Crawlers play set back in the day?
Creepy Crawlies.
Like, I'm just now remembering those commercials from the 80s.
Yeah, you'd make little gummies, bugs that you'd eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were great. Great song, great commercial.
Like, could you just maybe use those. Like, why do you have to subject all the bugs and the reptiles and everything to
seems
this?
inhumane.
These two finalists will compete. Coma Lisa is going to take on the winner of next week's finalists. Next week's competition is between Dennis Prodman, Saxon Pollock, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Rascal Fats. And that winner will take on Coma Lisa. And then Crawley Shore will move on to the finals for October. So, man, it's...
Well, heating up, competition, heating up. This is why we do it, guys.
It's a lot to take in.
This is why we do it.
Oh man, I'm looking at some of these names that are coming through, and this is one heck of a year.
Yeah.
One heck of a year. I don't know if there's
there's not a clear-cut winner here.
No, I mean,
this is why we play the game, guys.
Yikes.
This is why we do it. All right, today is August 23rd. Back in the day, 59 years ago, 1965, The Sound of Music was released, starring Julie Andrews. 39 years ago, 1985, Teen Wolf. That came out. Michael J. Fox is a basketball-playing werewolf.
I love it.
33 years ago, 1991, Johnny Thunders, the guitarist who rose to fame with the New York Dolls, died at the age of 38. Cause of death appeared to be drug-related, but it has also been speculated that foul play may have been involved.
Yeah, I think he got rolled.
Wow. Yeah, that's the...
Who's this?
Johnny Thunders.
Johnny Thunders.
The New York Dolls.
Interesting.
26 years ago, 1998, That 70s Show debuted on Fox, and 17 years ago, in 2007, Brian May from Queen earned his doctorate in astrophysics from London's Imperial College.
That's so cool.
Nerd.
And that's what happened back in the day. All right, Lern, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
By the way, I just want to say Brian May looks like a historical astrophysicist would look, you know.
He does.
His hair.
I just
feel like
look.
Yeah, that
like Galileo.
curls. Yeah.
All right, let's start off with some classic rock news. So Neil Schon has talked a good game, but apparently the truth hurts as the Journey founder and guitarist has agreed now to settle the petition filed against him by bandmate Jonathan Cain. Now, if you haven't been following this, because it's been kind of weird and boring, the keyboardist questioned Neil's use of the band's American Express card, and he asked Delaware's court to appoint a third independent director to serve with him and shown on the board of Freedom 2020 Incorporated, the corporate entity through which Journey primarily conducts the band's business.
So the band that wrote Don't Stop Believin',
Yeah.
they're fighting with each other over the use of the band's credit card.
Yes. So Schon released a statement saying anyone who follows Journey will know that John Cain and I don't always see eye to eye on everything, or sometimes pretty much in anything. He says, that's why I'm so glad that John now agrees with me that the current dynamic can't continue, and that is why I'm so pleased that we're going to bring in somebody impartial to help us resolve our disputes, bring clarity to what we're doing, and allow us as a band to get back what we should all be focusing on, making music and performing to our fans. Thanks for your support. So Cain has not commented on the latest development as the court hasn't issued an order as of yet. This thing is so stupid and blown out of control, and hopefully this will end with this independent mediary coming in.
I'll tell you what, man, saw him open for Def Leppard, what was it, last month? 2 months ago. They were great.
I know.
Yeah. So they can keep it together on stage, but as soon as they're off, somebody's scrambling off with a credit card, going to Cracker Barrel or something, and shaking it up.
Come on, man.
Alex Van Halen is sharing some unreleased music that he recorded with his late brother, Eddie Van Halen, on the audiobook version of Brothers, which is going to be published on October 22nd. Titled Unfinished is the last piece of music that the Van Halen brothers wrote and recorded, and provides the best to Alex's narration. Commenting on Brothers, Alex says, and nobody knows what his voice sounds like, so just imagine this in whatever voice you wish. This is my tribute to my brother, my way of saying...
tribute to my brother.
My way of saying goodbye.
Jermaine Jackson.
Ed, I love you and I miss you. When I see you again, I'm going to kick your ass. Alex wrote Brothers with New Yorker Ariel Levy, who... now has this 240-page long book, will be available in 3 different formats, just a standard hardcover, deluxe autographed hardcover, and then the audiobook, which will be read in Alex Van Halen's voice.
I would be interested.
I am too.
Really? I'm just interested in the voice, because I hear a different voice depending on what he's saying. When
Me
you
too.
say that, Ed, I still love you, I hear that, I still love you.
Auto-tune.
He's been interviewed before.
But nobody remembers his voice.
I don't remember what he sounds like.
A California appeals court says Michael Jackson's estate can sell his catalog to Sony for $600 million, even though his mother says it goes against his wishes. Katherine Jackson claimed the huge sale violated, quote, Michael's wishes, but an appeals court says the superstar gave his executors broad powers to ink such deals. So the Hollywood Reporter is reporting on this morning.
The whole catalog, Michael Jackson's whole catalog, it's $600 million.
They're going to sell it off?
Sounds low, doesn't it?
Right? Doesn't
Sounds
it?
low.
That sounds low to me.
Also, it doesn't matter what your wishes are when you're dead.
Well, but if he has executors,
Good
so they
point, Columbus.
It's a good song title.
Jackson
Unless
estate
it's legal, nobody cares about you at all.
is still pending before the LA probate court more than 15 years after his 2009 death. His executors took the then confidential deal to a judge for approval, and when they did so, Catherine filed objections, among them saying that it violated his wishes and that the catalog would likely continue to gain value over time if retained.
He probably had a million wishes. We can't live our whole existence here on Earth based on Michael Jackson's wishes.
Anytime there's money involved, people justify anything. Well, Michael would want it this way if he knew we were in this situation.
He would want us all climbing trees and stuff. We can't adhere to every wish.
I wonder what Michael Jackson's real wishes were. Like wishes. He wanted to be Peter Pan.
That was probably a wish.
I wish I could fly.
I wish
a man would come
fight
to my
Captain
window.
Right? Didn't they say he wanted to be like Peter Pan?
Yeah.
I think he was. I mean, I think he kind of personified
Didn't he live there?
the Peter
Well,
Pan.
you know, Neverland Ranch,
I mean, that was. Yeah, I mean, he was suspended. What do you call it? Arrested Development.
Arrested Development.
And he also wanted to be in one of the Fast and Furious movies, I'm pretty
He
sure.
did?
Yeah. I think
Whoa.
so. Yeah.
In your weekly Jelly Roll news, he joined forced with Eminem for the official video of Somebody Save Me off of the rapper's latest album, The Death of Slim Shady. You can check that out on YouTube. And also, it's a custom practice for NFL rookies to perform in front of their veteran teammates during training camp. And lucky for the Tennessee Titans rookie defensive tackle Devontre Sweat, he had a little help from somebody with a better singing voice. And so here's a little Jelly Roll with the Tennessee Titans singing Save Me.
Real quick, before this happens, I don't know what this sounds like, but I heard something Jelly Roll the other day. It's like 7 seconds or something. And for a second I went, oh man, this sounds like a guy trying to do an impression of Brandon Flowers from The Killers.
Well, let's hear this.
Tell me they don't have some tonal similarities.
Okay.
Oh, I never heard that before.
All of this drinking, this smoking, is hopeless, but feel like it's all that I need. Something inside of me's broken. Now hold on to anything.
I'm not hearing it here either. With the auto-tune and everything else.
There we go.
There he is.
Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair.
What is this?
This is,
He's singing in front of the Tennessee Titans.
Yes.
At their team meeting.
and he's a big fan.
Oh,
And
that was one of
Devondre
his
Sweat
songs.
is,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's a rookie thing that they kind of initiate the new players on the team to do a performance in front of the team.
Oh, that's cool.
And so he had Devondre Sweat. Had
Yeah, they usually do
Jelly
this
Roll
if
come
you
out.
watch Hard Knocks.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Most teams do that.
Alex Lifeson of Rush has launched a new guitar pedal called the Lurks Blah Blah Wah. The name was inspired from Alex Lifeson's memorable Rock Hall induction speech where he just said blah, blah, blah for 2 minutes straight. My Chemical Romance guitarist Frank Iero will release a 10th anniversary edition of his first album, Stomachaches, on August 30th. The original album has been expanded with covers and different types of releases on it. New albums are in record stores and streaming today, so go out and support our local record stores here in St. Louis. In TV news, Megan Thee Stallion is going to host the VMAs. The award show is set to take place on September 11th in New York. She's no stranger to hosting duties. She's hosted Saturday Night Live before. She also was a co-host for Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show, but this will be her first time hosting the VMAs. This is interesting. I love Rick Steves. My mother-in-law introduced me to
Who?
Oh my gosh,
Rick
the dude from
Steves.
PBS?
Yes.
Oh, man,
He
hi.
travels.
Who the hell is
Hi.
Rick Steves?
He's like the most non-exciting travel host ever.
but he gives you tips on how to travel.
Yeah, but you kind of fall in love with him. Like, he's living my dream job. I mean,
Yeah.
like, the coolest job of all
So
time.
he does travel shows and tells you to go places with no enthusiasm?
Well, if you watch it, there's like a sweetness to it,
He is
and you'll
very
end up
sweet.
watching 15 episodes in a row and not realize that
How
you
am I
did that.
never? That's right up my alley.
Rick Steves.
Yeah, and that's I think that is what has propelled him into stardom. Is that his name is Rick Steves?
Rick Steves, greatest
What are you
name.
You
talking
swear
about?
like he's a family member or something. Just
Yeah,
telling you
yeah.
fun
He seems like a boring boring uncle that for some reason never married, and you see him at Christmas, and you go, "Oh, hey, it's Uncle Rick."
And you know what's funny is he's a
looks
huge
familiar.
cannabis advocate, which you would never assume.
Get out of
Yeah,
here!
Huge stoner?
Huge stoner. Well, travel writer and TV host Rick Steves has announced that he's been diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Oh man.
He shared, "I'd like to take a moment to share some important news. I have been diagnosed with prostate cancer. My doctor assures me that if you're going to get cancer, this is the good kind to get, and careful scans show no sign of it having to spread."
Oh, good.
He's going to have surgery at a cancer center in Seattle this fall. Doctors have given him the green light to film 2 more shows in France prior to his procedure, and so we wish him all the best.
Well, it's a good chance to remind everybody we have Team JB to honor our buddy Jeff Burton at the Zero Prostate Cancer Run and Walk happening on Saturday, September 7th, Tower Grove Park. Join us. It's going to be a great morning. Get signed up by Monday. Raise a minimum of $50. You get an exclusive Team JB premium T-shirt. So join us in the fight against prostate cancer. Sign up now for the Zero Prostate Cancer Run and Walk happening on Saturday, September the 7th.
Are you guys not super interested in how people get surnames? Obviously, Taylors. They were Taylors.
Yeah.
Smiths. They were Smiths. Yeah, Shoemaker.
Steves. I was a Steve.
Steves. Like, what
We were the Steves.
He was a keeper of the Steves.
Like they came over and they were fighting about the name, and they're like, what do we do? Should we be Smiths? Should we stay with this? And then they're like, we got a bunch of Steves. We'll just be Steves.
There's some Steve on
A
it.
bunch of Steves.
Moving into movie news, Moon sent me this earlier, so I've only read just kind of the surface of this, but Megalopolis trailer is pulled for using fake quotes from critics. The company has since apologized to both critics and film director Francis Ford Coppola, saying that they screwed up. So I guess this latest trailer, intended to depict Coppola's previous work, is divisive, opening with a voiceover saying that true genius is often misunderstood. And then this trailer displayed quotes purportedly from well-known film critics, panning Coppola films that are now highly regarded.
What?
So like Andrew Saris allegedly called The Godfather a sloppy, self-indulgent movie and doesn't know what it wants to be, with Pauline Kael considering it diminished by its artsiness. And so they pulled this trailer. A lot of people are speculating that
What,
maybe
made-up quotes?
with made-up
Oops.
quotes, possibly from Chat GPT. So who knows? AI's taken over everything. But Lionsgate has not confirmed that.
I looked up surname Rizzuto. Like, what would that mean? I
Right.
never looked it up.
The keeper of the Rizz.
It's fascinating stuff, and most of it traces to pretty simple origins, and like I said, Taylor Smiths, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But then you get something like Steve's, and you go, please explain.
So the surname Rizzuto comes from the Italian word rico, meaning curly. The name most likely referred to somebody with curly hair.
You have curly hair.
Yo, that's one of the
legend
Stooges,
continues.
one of the Three Stooges too. You're
yeah.
curly.
You're all descendants of Curly.
Yeah.
Scott Curly Rizzuto.
It also says an Audi belly button. So you guys most likely have that.
Mike Colvin's surname says a Welsh name whose modern form is Colwyn, white, or of the Colwyn Doe puppy pet dog.
Huh.
I'm a bitch. Great. In theaters this weekend, Blink Twice is the new Zoe Kravitz, Channing Tatum film. Those two date, right? Channing Tatum
Yes,
and Zoe
Zoe
Kravitz?
Kravitz, yeah.
Right on. Love on the
They're
screen.
making the beast with 2 backs.
Right on, man.
Channing Tatum is a highly suspicious billionaire. The rest of the cast is Christian Slater, Haley Joel Osment, and
What's it getting on the tomatoes?
I don't know. Blink Twice. What is it saying to you?
Rotten Tomatoes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Blink Twice.
It's
78%.
a psychological thriller.
78%.
Pretty good.
Travis, you see Deadpool yet?
No, I have not seen it. Is it good? You recommend
I
it?
like it. Yeah, I liked it. It's good.
Also out this weekend is The Crow. The director of The Crow movie says this is not a remake and that we all need to stop complaining. He says, I hope this movie resonates with people who loved that movie when they were in their teens. This is my version of that text, the adaptation of James O'Barr's graphic novel, which I loved. I decided this week I'm not going to go see this.
Okay, you're not going to see it because you love the
I
original.
love the original.
Would you like to fashion a guess
At what the Rotten Tomatoes are?
what the critics' score on Rotten Tomatoes is for The Crow?
Show me 38%.
38%. Would you like to fashion
Show
a
me
guess?
23%.
3%?
Show me a big fat goose egg.
0.
Whoa. I'm going to go out on a limb here and go big here. I'm going to say 7%.
Okay, 7%. So all you guys are saying that nobody likes this thing.
Uh-huh.
What?
You're saying critics, right?
Yeah.
Critics.
No, I think the critics are
No, I'm saying
ready
7%
to
like
slap
it.
it around.
21%.
I'm not going to. I never saw the sequels with like Edward Furlong or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just never was interested. And I decided, because a couple people are like, oh, let's all go ahead and hate it. And I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to see this
One
at all.
critic for Mashable calls it ugly, incoherent, and ultimately cynical. The Crow evokes the words of wisdom from another horror movie about resurrected corpses on a rampage. Sometimes dead is better.
Yeah.
I read an article,
Yikes.
and it said something about how the filmmakers of this one were really surprised that they didn't have like full support of the original filmmakers. Mm-hmm. They were like, they thought that they were going to do it, and everybody was going to get stoked because, especially the people that were involved in the original, because it would reignite an audience that hasn't seen it in a while to show it to their kids or whatever. And they were really surprised that they didn't have the backing of.
You know what though? They don't do.
folks.
If they would have done something like pay an homage to a character, like maybe have a cameo, maybe do a song reimagined from the original soundtrack. That's one of the best soundtracks of all time. Maybe they could have done Dead Souls in a new way and tried to bring those of us who love that 1994 film in with this one, but they completely reimagined it and tried to make it for a new audience. And I think that's something that those of us in the 90s who saw that when it came out, it's ours. And it's like, no, you don't get to have this too. Like, this is ours.
It is a scene. It's a very scene movie. And just like in music, people are like, no, I like the old stuff and I don't want any new stuff. It's a very scene thing. And honestly, it's one of the rarest situations where I had the soundtrack and no interest in the movie. Never saw it.
This critic says, Brandon Lee's original was hard to shake because of his untimely demise.
Right.
This forgettable new version doesn't just fail to honor his memory, it never justifies its existence on its own merits.
That's what I mean.
Whoa.
Man.
That would have been cool if they would have said, you know what, we're going to do something for the OG fans.
They should
but
have
they
done
never
something
did.
for the OG fans, like a musical.
A genuine.
I would watch
upbeat
that musical,
musical.
Scott. If it was a Crow musical based on the Brandon Lee Crow, I
Yeah.
would watch that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, not great.
And finally, and this is the final nail in the J-Lo and Ben Affleck coffin, as we broadcasted to the world yesterday, it's official. They are getting
we broke
divorced.
that story.
We broke that story. I thought this was some interesting math. And so, J-Lo apparently has been married a lot. Lots of men want to get with J-Lo. And she is gorgeous, and, I like her a lot. I like her as an actress more than a singer. Like, I love the movie Selena, okay? She's great in that. She's been married a lot, and she has a habit of not giving her engagement rings back to her ex-husband.
That's her thing.
Oh, that's a good
her
move,
thing.
yeah.
And so, just for instance, the ring that Ben Affleck gave her this last time around was $5.6 million.
Damn.
So how much, and if you saw this earlier, don't guess, but how much do you think, she's been married, let's see here.
4 times?
She's been married, or she's been proposed to 6 times. How much do you think she owes in ring value?
So let's go through the husbands.
She has. So she owns. She still has all 6 of these engagement rings.
Let's see here.
And if 6 different men, Ben Affleck, I'm sorry, twice, 5 different men.
Wait, she wasn't married 6 times though, or 5 times, right?
He
She
popped
was
the
engaged
question.
to Alex Rodriguez,
Let
but
me-
I don't think they ever
But
got
didn't
married.
get
though.
married.
Let me go through
and
it.
kept the ring.
Wow.
So Ojani Noah, J-Lo married him in 1997. They divorced in 1998. Chris Judd, they were married in 2001. They divorced a year later. Ben Affleck, Ben slipped the first engagement ring on her in 2002. They never made it to the altar. Mark Anthony, who she was married to, and they have children together. They married in 2004. They had twins. Alex Rodriguez popped the question in 2019. They split up in 2021.
So she kept all the rings,
She
even if
kept
she didn't
all
get
of
married.
these rings. So there's 6 different rings, you guys. How much do you think all of those rings are valued at?
14 million. That's
You
my
got
guess.
14
I was
million. Hang on, let me
mathing
get
it
I
out.
was right there with you with 4.
That's what I wanted.
As she was saying things, I was like, okay, 20,000.
Noah, not that. Okay, so that was probably a cheapo ring.
Right, 20,000, 100,000.
Yeah, they went
That's
up as they
100,000.
went.
Chris
2
Judd
million,
was a dancer.
4.5
so let's call
million.
that a $100,000 ring. Alex Rodriguez has a lot of money, so probably like a $5 million ring.
No, I don't think so because he didn't have to compete with anything except for a $100,000 ring and a $20,000 ring maxo. So I think he probably was just under $3 million.
Alex Rodriguez is probably the richest out of all.
Yeah, he
those
probably.
guys.
I was thinking that would.
Oh, and a
be a
$3 million
four.
ring isn't okay.
But he has a lot
Yeah.
of money because he knows how to save.
I'm going to tell you something. Alex Rodriguez is not the most expensive ring.
Yeah, I guarantee that
Mark
was.
Anthony's got a lot of money too.
Wait, which one was first, Mark Anthony or A-Rod?
Mark Anthony.
Okay, so Mark Anthony I had is $2.5 million, and then A-Rod I had around $4 million, and then of course Ben has to beat that the next time.
A-Rod $6 million.
Do your math.
Whoa.
How
No
much
way.
do you think all 6 of these rings that she has collected?
13 million.
13 million. Clownvis, what do you think?
I'm right in that same ballpark, so I'll just say 12 million.
12 million. King, what do you got?
Well, I thought 14 first, but I'm going to go with $15 million even.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner.
Who?
One of you is very close
Oh,
without going over. Drum roll.
Oh.
Go.
nervous.
Congratulations to King Scott.
Yeah.
But you said 15 million. $17 million.
Jim the Yeti says she collects rings like Thanos.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. She's got the glove now.
That's 6. Yeah, she's still got 4 fingers to go. She can keep going.
She can keep going. Anyway, $17 million is how much she has in her jewelry closet for all the rings that men have given to her, and that is your crap on.
How do we feel about that? How do we feel about keeping rings?
Pretty nice.
Pretty tacky.
I want a clown's perspective and a woman's perspective.
I would say keep them however you can get them. I'm looking at the rings on my hand. I'm not quite sure
You've been engaged so many times.
where these came from, but I'm not asking questions.
I want to go to the pawn shop by her house, though.
And I, of course, will give you the woman's perspective.
You think it's tacky, you said.
Tacky.
Tacky to keep it.
Yeah, if you didn't get married, especially.
Yeah, give it, especially if you don't get married.
What do
give
you?
the ring
How
back.
do you feel?
I would give the ring back. Yeah.
If you didn't get married, give the ring back. If you got married, it's probably part of the marital assets. And
Yeah, you divide it up or
maybe you
whatever.
divide it up. Maybe
I would
you
give
keep
it
the
back
ring.
though. I would, you know, what are you gonna do with it?
I
You can
think-
melt it down to a necklace or something.
I think it's very simple. If he wants out, then you leave the ring. If she wants out, then you give the ring.
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good thing.
You know what I mean? Like, if you don't want to be married, then you give back the
Before
ring.
they get married.
What? Before they get married, you
You definitely give
give
it
it
back.
back.
Well, no, I'll take that back. If I propose to you, and we're about to get married, and I pull the plug, I think you have the right to keep the ring because I pulled the plug. I think it matters on who wants out. If I went out and I gave you something, then I backed out. I don't get to demand what I get back.
I don't mind after they're married though, because that's part of the marital assets, and I'm sure that's all
Divided.
kind of plugged into whatever formula they got.
Celebrity celebrating birthday today. Kobe Bryant would have been celebrating.
What would
birthday.
happen?
Lil Yachty is 27. Jeremy Lin is 36. Skylar Gordy is 38. Jamie Lee Kirshner is 43. Joanne Froggatt, Anna from Downton Abbey, is 44. Julian Casablancas, the lead singer of The Strokes and The Voids, is 46. Scott Kahn, that's Dano from Hawaii Five-0 and Entourage, Ready to
James
Rumble,
Caan's
Varsity
son.
Blues. Yeah, Scott Kahn is 48. Ray Park, Darth Maul, among 100 other things. Toad and the X-Men, Snake Eyes and G.I. Joe, Rise of Cobra, he's 50. Jay Moore is 54. Shelley Long is 75. Rick Springfield, 75. Rudy Rudiger, the real-life inspiration for the movie Rudy. Didn't exactly happen like they depicted
Yeah,
it.
Joe Montana was the quarterback for that team.
Yeah, that's
Is that
wild.
right?
Yeah, and you know, when I went to Notre Dame, I think it was maybe last year or the year before, my son had a hockey tournament there, and they have his helmet in the library in a glass case.
Rudiger's
Yeah.
or Montana's?
Rudy's.
No way.
And I tell you what, man,
Is it,
I got a little emotional.
You start chanting when you saw it?
is it pristine? Because was it
Rudy.
ever
Tiny
new?
little helmet?
Rudy.
I swear I got a little like, ooh, man.
Really? Well, Joe
I
Montana,
love Rudy.
Joe Montana did not feel like that. He was the Notre Dame quarterback for that team, and he said that a lot of the touching, inspirational aspects of the movie were B-U-L-L, bull.
Like when they came in, everybody put their jerseys on the coach's desk.
Yeah.
Like he
One
says
by
that
one.
never happened.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Les from WKRP in Cincinnati. Richard Sanders is 84. Barbara Eden. Jeannie from I Dream of Jeannie. How old do you think Barbara Eden? She's still kicking.
135.
She is a genie. 89.
Nope.
91.
90. 3 years old.
Whoa.
Congratulations, Barbara Eden.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Brandy May. And today's birthday girl has been in 47 fine films, including The Bang Bus 6, Big Sausage Pizza 7, Lesbian Sweet Muffins, Old Enough to Be Their Mother, Spare the Rod 6, Straight Out of the Suburbs, Young, Hot and Bothered 2, and Who Could Forget a Role in 2005's Vacuum Hose 5 MILF Edition. Brandy May would have been.
What happened?
It's a vacuum cleaner accident.
She would have been 38. She passed away back in 2014, murdered by her husband,
Oh my gosh!
Whoa.
Dude,
Oh, my
what-
goodness.
this is
who
supposed
also
to be
tried to kill their 2 kids, but didn't succeed. He then shot himself. At the time of her death, she was pregnant.
Oh my God.
Holy
Why
moly.
you gotta bring that up?
Rizz.
No,
Yeah,
sorry,
thank
back
you.
it up.
What
Hit
the
rewind
hell?
on
You,
that. and just-
Rizz.
I didn't say. That's porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Ladies and gentlemen, your Friday fail stories are next. A fail follow-up, a Kentucky man who faked his own death to avoid paying child support, sentenced to how long in prison? I'll let you know. A burglar was caught after stopping to read a book. All right, here we go. Time for your Friday fail story. So all these people thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, that perfect plan went whoop sideways, and it became an Uber, an ultra. Dare I say it?
Don't
I'm
do
going to
that,
say it.
huh?
I'm going to say it. Mega. Here we go. Yeah.
Failed.
Nice, guys. Nice.
Wow, you
good.
sounded great, boss.
Glavis, excellent job.
That was pretty good.
Learn,
What?
great.
Thanks.
Scott, thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Friday Fail Stories, sponsored by.
Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
All right, we'll start with this one. This is a fail story follow-up. Kentucky guy who faked his own death by hacking into a death registry just to avoid paying child support, sentenced to over 6 years in prison this year. Or, I'm sorry, this week. This guy, if he would only use his powers for good, because this, what an elaborate scheme this is. So the guy's name is Jesse Kiff. He accessed the Hawaii death registry system in January of 2023. He used the username and password of a doctor living in another state to create a case for his own death. So what he did was he went onto their website, their database, said he died in Hawaii. He completed a death certificate, assigned himself as the medical certifier for the case, certify his death using a digital signature from a doctor. This resulted in Jesse being registered as a dead person in all government databases.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he admitted he faked his own death in part to avoid the outstanding child support obligations. Using credentials he stole from real people, he also infiltrated other states' death registry systems, private business networks, along with governmental and corporate networks, then tried to sell access to the networks on the dark net. It's a little side hustle.
It's like if you would have just taken all this time to just maybe get a better job and like pay your child support.
Yeah, and not be a scumbag and pay your child support obligations. Sentenced to 81 months in prison on Monday, required to serve 85% of his sentence under federal law.
What was the plan as a dead person?
Right.
I mean, okay, so I
Hide.
Just chill. Weekend at Bernie's. It.
Wouldn't the other parent be like, he's not dead?
Well, you go off the grid. You hide.
You abandon your child?
Does he have to pay once you're in prison? How could he make money to pay child support, or is he not? Does he not have to do it from
Pressing
prison?
license plates, of course.
Oh,
It's big money in it.
Pressing license plates, in quotes.
Yes.
Selling toilet wine is also big money.
Man, that sounds like something he learned off of Reddit or something. You know, he spent a couple days on Reddit and was like, how do I fake a death?
All
So
right.
did he go to
Wiki
Hawaii
how?
or something for vacation and pretend he died there?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that cost more?
But, I maybe think that if you just accessed one registry, it would be in the national database.
yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Going to jail. You going to jail now. There are some lowbrow criminals in America, and not all of them are in Florida, but this guy is on the other far end of the spectrum. So a burglar broke into an apartment in Rome on Tuesday night, but he was caught because he stopped mid-theft when he spotted an irresistible book on the table about Greek mythology. Wouldn't that stop you too?
Irresistible.
Impossible to put down.
The book, quote, examined the Iliad from the point of view of the gods while highlighting the interpretive power of the epic work to understand current events.
Sure.
Wow.
Okay, anyway, the owner of the book and the property woke up, confronted the burglar while he was just sitting there reading a book. Burglar, startled, tried to escape from the balcony where he came in, but he was caught soon after by the police. He was found with a bag of designer clothes, which he'd stolen earlier that night. Does not sound like he tried to snatch a book, though, but hopefully
failed.
Access to the prison library.
That was a plant, by the way. That's burglar bait. I mean, you put out a mythology
Good book?
Yeah, you put out a
Can't put it
mythology
down.
book.
Can't put it
Anybody
down.
coming in here trying to steal some stuff, they're going to stop right there and read that book.
Police in Warren, Michigan arrested 4 teens and 1 adult on Monday after they attempted to steal new cars from a local business. So authorities were alerted around 6:30 a.m. to suspicious activity at the Ground Effects Automotive Lot, where several new cars were parked. Cops got there. They found 2 Dodge Durangos trying to ram through the security gate. Both vehicles couldn't make it through. I don't know if that says something about the Durango. Both cars totaled. Suspects tried to run on foot, but police managed to catch 5 of the 6 involved. The group is believed to have been attempting to steal 6 Durangos by breaking the gate to drive them out of the lot. Estimated value of the stolen vehicles and damaged property, $500,000.
That seems like a lot.
2 16-year-olds, 2 17-year-olds, and a 24-year-old in custody.
Failed.
Hey, we got ourselves a cool mayor, guys.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
Cool
yeah.
mayor.
Cool mayor.
Thompson, Georgia mayor Benji Cranford is in hot water after being indicted on felony charges for allegedly leaving a bottle of gin for a prison work crew.
Well,
So mayor arrested on Wednesday by Georgia Bureau of Investigation agents, accused of trying to sneak Seagram's extra dry gin to inmates working along Georgia 150.
I think this was an episode of Dukes of Hazzard I saw.
No doubt.
So according to the indictment, the mayor bought the gin on June 3rd and left it in a ditch where state prisoners from the Jefferson County Correctional Institution were working. Local police got suspicious, called in the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, leading to the mayor's arrest. He was arrested at City Hall right after a council meeting.
Why would the mayor have to do that?
He remained tight-lipped while reporters were asking him questions about what he did. And as of Thursday, he had not hired a lawyer or appeared before a judge, but he's in trouble.
It's kind of failed. It's kind of a nice little idea, though. It'll leave them prisoners treats on the side of the highway for when they clean stuff up. I might do that. Maybe not anything illegal. Maybe just a book. Maybe a book about the Iliad.
Yeah, a book about Greek mythology. Dude, this is a wild story. So, a 55-year-old guy in Florida, his name is Jose Marie Alvarez. He's facing a felony charge after he was caught impersonating a pizzeria. Now,
What?
check this out.
Good luck with that.
So this guy had an elaborate, bizarre scheme. So he'd go to hotels, distribute fake flyers pretending to be another local pizzeria. Only they would have his number. He would then take orders, make the pizzas, and deliver them. So the pizzeria he was impersonating had like very high reviews. In fact, you know Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports?
Yeah.
You know, he does pizza reviews. He had been at this place and gave it a high score. So he put these fake flyers out with that pizzeria's name on it, but his phone number. Seems like a lot of work. Enough that you might actually open your own pizzeria. But apparently, he wanted to use the other place's name and reputation, but only make really cheap, bad pizzas.
That's like when Tom Green did Undercutter's Pizza.
Yes,
Remember
that was
episode?
hilarious.
Hold
He
on.
almost got his ass kicked.
So you're telling me that this guy like took your credit card information over the phone and he handmade pizzas? Like maybe he just put them in he bought like a $4 pizza.
They were terrible pizzas.
And then he would deliver the pizza and then keep the difference from what the pizza was charging from the freezer, the difference of the money.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really smart crime.
He was,
So he-
fooling them with
so
the
let's say-
Giorno.
You know, Moon's Pizzeria had great, 5 stars on Yelp,
Right.
Which it would.
which it would.
Obviously.
So Lern, you want to get in on that.
Right.
So you make flyers for Moon's Pizza, but you put Lern's phone number on.
Surprised
And
it
they're
doesn't
not getting
happen.
the calls.
Surprised it doesn't happen more often. It's pretty smart.
It is smart. And I got to tell you, out of all the criminals that we talk about on this show, this might be my favorite because at least he's making an effort to still get you the pizza and he's just pocketing the extra
Trying to
difference.
just get his slice.
Right.
he was doing this for years.
Right.
Before the real pizzeria was like, what is going on here? And had police track him down. The guy, the real pizzeria had been getting like strange complaints and bad reviews off and on, but couldn't figure out how the confusion was happening. So this guy was charged with organized scheme to defraud, along with an aggravated battery charge after fleeing from hotel staff and hitting a staff member with his vehicle. So that's a fail. But here's the real owner of Roman's Pizzeria. His name is Jesus Roman, talking about how Jose was impersonating his restaurant.
Bad, uncooked. Sometimes they said in the box a piece of raw dough, and they just give it to them, and they just, by the time they realize it, they're gone already. When the manager went to confront him in the parking lot, he tried to get away, he almost hit him.
So again, he'd put like raw dough in
it didn't even make the good pizza.
Whoa.
Now, everyone knows it's impossible to get in and out of a Starbucks within a reasonable amount of time, right? Am I right? And that's assuming there's not a bike lock on the door. Police in Louisiana arrested a 23-year-old guy named James Thrash on Wednesday.
Yeah,
after he closed the front door to a Starbucks and locked it from the outside using a bike chain with employees and customers inside.
Dude's name is Jimmy Thrash?
Jimmy Thrash. So the guy locked the front doors of the Starbucks with a bike chain.
Right.
Now, everybody inside was like, what is alarmed? Like, what is happening here? And then they just went out the back door.
What's this guy doing?
It looks like there were at least two other exits.
Somebody let me know later. I'm leaving.
Nobody knows what James's point was. It was apparently in the Starbucks earlier. Was asked to leave for some reason, facing charges of terrorizing and false imprisonment.
Wow.
Fail. Park your bike here.
No one wants to be assaulted, and it is a crime. But let's be honest, there are worse things than being attacked with pasta.
Go on.
21-year-old woman in Florida, Nakia Davis, arrested last week after she attacked her sister with ravioli, literal ravioli.
How dare you?
The sisters were arguing. One was mad because the sister brought home some food, was not sharing it. She was so fired up, she grabbed a plate of raviolis and threw it at the sister. Police were called. When they showed up, the sister still had sauce from the raviolis on her. I don't know if it was a tomato, a pesto, a cheese, or maybe even a brown butter sauce. Don't know.
I like to think it was a Chef Boyardee.
I like to think because it's almost fall.
Yeah,
It's like
real
a
sloppy, real splashy.
You can smell it a day later.
All the sisters listening right now understand this crime.
Nakia admitted to throwing the pasta. The ravioli was charged with domestic battery, which is a misdemeanor.
Somebody brings up a good point. Good thing they weren't toasted ravs.
Yeah. Or, if they are Chef Boyardee, still in the can.
In the can.
All can.
And so soft.
Yes.
A man who had just been released from the Montgomery County Jail in Texas found himself back in jail last Friday. This time for vehicle theft. The police department said the man stole a truck from the parking lot right after getting out of jail. Law enforcement sent an alert out to be on the lookout for a stolen vehicle, and a Shenandoah canine officer and his partner, Maui, found the vehicle traveling south on I-45 towards Harris County. The vehicle was stopped. The man was detained. When asked why he stole the truck immediately after getting out of jail, the man told law enforcement he was tired of waiting at the jail for the Uber and just wanted to go home.
Well, so we didn't get rehabilitated in the patients department.
Nope. He was taken back to the Montgomery County Jail and charged with vehicle theft.
Failed.
And finally, my favorite fail story of the week. A fan's dream became a nightmare. So this fan had a dream moment getting on stage with rapper Macklemore. Remember Macklemore?
Macklemore, yeah.
Macklemore did the Thrift Shop song. So he was playing Slovakia's Love Stream Festival. Turned out not to be a great thing for this fan when she was arrested right after the performance. This happened last Sunday. The woman, caught up in the excitement, seemed to forget that she was wanted by police.
That's awesome.
Ooh, I forgot something.
So I guess while she was up on stage, she started sharing on social media, like, I'm up on stage and live streaming. But the post was her downfall. Somebody recognized her from the post, realized she was on the Interior Ministry's wanted list, alerting police who were supervising the festival. Police in a statement shared on Facebook that they let her enjoy her moment on stage before making the arrest. Once the song ended, escorted her right to jail. Wow.
You're going down.
Fail.
Yep. And those are your Friday fail stories. You guys smell anything outside?
No.
No weird like chemical smell. So I guess this is only downtown. I guess there's been like a really bad chemical smell. Downtown.
It's not Granite City, is it?
No, I don't know.
The Sage smell?
Yeah.
This week, a former St. Louis alderwoman, Annie Rice, took to social media to describe a, quote, terrible chemical smell near Shoto and 18th Street downtown. But I guess this is not a one-time thing. Like, this is a common occurrence. People in Tower Grove, Princeton Heights, Old North St. Louis have been reported smelling something unusual. I guess the EPA is now going to start investigating.
Is it the corpse flower at the Mobot? Those things smell like...
Have you smelled it?
No.
The corpse flower?
But I want to.
You have?
No, I haven't.
There was one at the Chesterfield Botanical Garden remote location over here, the Butterfly House.
Butterfly House. Yeah.
And they had the corpse flower blooming on some Saturday night, and I almost went because I've always wanted to smell it.
Yeah.
They did. They had.
It was a big deal.
Yeah, I thought it was a big deal because we only had one. I didn't know that we had
We had
a
multiple.
couple of them. Well, that's kind of neat.
We have a corpsal.
I don't know what's so interesting about it, but I would like to. I mean, I do want to smell it. I don't know why. It's so silly.
It's so goth.
I do too.
It's
Because
explained.
they always make a big deal out of it.
They do make a big deal out of it, and it's
Like the
explained
corpse
to you
flowers blooming.
that it's gross and smells like a corpse, and you're like, I
I'll
want to see
sign
for
up.
myself.
I'll pay for that.
Well, they always have like a camera trained on it. Everybody's waiting for this thing to bloom.
And it blooms overnight. So it's always late at night, so it's
It
kind of
smells
scary.
like death.
I'm scared about this smell downtown. I'm thinking Ghostbusters 2, like there's some kind of ooze under the city we
could
need
be.
to check out.
You're right, and it's all leading to Vigo. He is Vigo.
Yes.
The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency acknowledges that these, it is concerning. They've got numerous odor complaints in the area since 2021. They point out that the city has several industrial areas which could be contributing to the problem.
Okay.
After conducting a survey of local facilities, the EPA was like, we have 15 others that require further inspection. And we have not pinpointed the source of the odor. So I guess they're checking this out. If you smell something weird, the EPA's on it.
If you smell something, say something.
Yeah.
People are saying
Just
something.
plug your nose.
But, if you say so, people are going to think it's you smelling, right?
Smelt it, dealt it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why people never speak up. But it's time, you guys.
Yeah, we got to get past this if you smelt it, you dealt it thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
we all-
debilitating, though. I mean, tell me it doesn't just crush you as soon as you say it.
Who farted?
Oh, you poopy
You're like-
pants.
You smelled it, you dealt it. You're like,
There's no comeback.
Oh, man.
The only comeback is you going, no.
You know what? And I want to say, I want to do like a salute of service to the men. And it's mainly men. I know some women that do this, but mainly men who proudly confirm that, yes, I dealt it. And yeah, I just tooted. And
Yeah.
that was me. I smell. Because they're trying to even the score for people that do smell things that didn't deal it.
I'm a claimer. I'll admit it took a long time.
Right? Courage, dude.
I'll admit, and dude, I still remember in high school, this dude named John, he played soccer. I'm not going to say his last name because everybody knows this about him.
Johnny Walker.
This guy, John, he farted in, I think it was home ec class once. And dude, it was loud, and he started laughing, and it wasn't a red face laugh. It was a legitimate, like, yeah, I farted.
He was proud.
And he was
Hell
proud.
yeah.
And dude, I have been inspired by that since that day. I still
Well, you
remember
got it.
freshman year, and I went, oh my gosh, and he was popular, and he was cute, and he's a soccer star.
Let's bring our guest. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pat House.
Sorry.
Hey.
Here you come in.
Good morning.
What's up?
He's
good morning.
like a mouse.
Left, right. What are we doing?
But I'll
It
say,
doesn't matter. Just put them on.
it took me well into my adulthood to be totally fine with it. In my house, it's fine. If it was family and friends or whatever, I would claim it. But now, like full in public, I would.
Yeah,
claim
we're
it.
trying to get beyond this. If you smelt it, you dealt it thing. It's outdated.
Are you a claimer?
Yeah, if I do it.
Yeah.
I am not at all. I just sit there and
Pat,
look
have you met Columbus
around.
before, by the way?
No, but I follow you on Instagram. I love it, dude.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
You're at the Helium tonight.
I am tonight and tomorrow. I do not claim them either.
Yeah.
This
Not
is
a
what I'm
claimer?
talking
Oh, you're a
about.
denier?
Yeah. Or just don't even acknowledge it. Like,
You just let it
Let it lay
go.
there.
yeah.
Gaslight the other
That's
person.
a confident
for the best.
move.
Hope for the best. Yeah, it's confident.
Hopefully it'll go
It
away.
usually does work, though. Usually
Really?
works, yeah.
If you just ignore
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
It'll just dissipate.
Is that a crop duster's move, though? Isn't that like the ultimate slogan of a crop duster? Like, you don't acknowledge, you just
Yeah.
keep
You got to
Silent.
keep
Keep
moving.
moving. You gotta
Silent.
keep
Deadly.
Crop
moving.
dusters, you don't hang around.
And then in the distance you hear, oh
my God.
And you just keep going. You
And
don't
you go,
look
my
back.
work here is done.
Don't look back. That'll arouse suspicion.
To be fair, I only claim if somebody asks. You know, like, who did that? You're like, well,
Well,
it was-
You're not going to
Yeah,
scream
well.
it from the mountaintops.
But this dude in high school, I mean, that was like, this guy was so ahead of the curve, man. In high school, just full on like, "Wah, ha, ha, ha." I was laughing about it. There's pretty girls around.
you want
and
that
everything.
freedom, right?
I dude.
And even the hot chicks are laughing.
I still haven't forgot it. It was one of my most vivid high school memories is how impressed I was that this guy could fart in front of this entire class
and just own it.
and own it and walk out
and,
still,
and there be no repercussions.
and still be alive. I would have melted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like imagine
I
farting.
love that I walked in on this segment.
Welcome
This
to the
is how to
Rizzuto
start a
Show.
day.
in my
Yeah.
in my mind, if I farted in front of a hot chick in high school, I would have moved schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there,
That's worth
what I'm
leaving the
saying.
township for. You're not
Yeah.
going to relocate completely.
I would have to, I'd have to tell my parents, you need to move me to another school.
What happened?
Yeah. But Moon's buddies, that's the right idea, man. Lean
Yeah,
into it.
He did it. He
Lean
owned it.
right into
He
it.
owned it and
inspired
probably
me.
still pull tail.
Oh my gosh.
More
Right?
tail.
This guy was a star. brother.
That's exuding. He's farting confidence, is what he's.
Women
he's
want
Exactly.
honesty. And this man, John,
Yeah, it's John.
most honest person at Limburg School? What was it?
Yeah, Limburg.
Limburg
John
School.
Toots a lot was his name.
John,
tutor, dude.
John P. And everybody knows, anybody with Limburg knows that this.
John Pisoni?
No, it's not Sony.
Stop throwing out names, all right?
I want to know who he is.
There is a
Get out the
Pisoni
buzz
family
book.
down in Limburg, but it was not related to that. Within this, and the crazy thing is, this came 1 year after I farted in one of them plastic chairs. I didn't know it was gonna
my
make
God, the
noise, but it
worst.
was like an amplifier.
Oh,
in
man.
8th grade,
Yeah.
and we were in tables, not in desks, but in tables, and it was pairs, and it was me and Trisha, this gal, gorgeous gal. I'd known her since kindergarten. I mean, we'd known each other since kindergarten, so I'm comfortable with her. And as soon as this wrapped out, she looked at me, and I was so mortified that I never spoke to Trisha again.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
4 more years of
I get
being in
that.
school with Trisha, and I could never muster the guts to even speak to her because I
Oh, you
farted
mustered
once.
the guts.
Yeah.
Oh, he might have mustard guts, all right.
That was in 8th grade. And here I am a year later, and John's just doing it and walking out, and everybody thinks it's great.
Yeah.
I just-
Valedictorian.
I couldn't believe it.
Some people exude that kind of confidence,
Yeah, he had it.
You said plastic chair?
It was one of those like full plastic
Yeah,
chairs.
I would think like aluminum would be worse.
No,
That
because
sounds like that would.
the hard plastic one with like the
scoop.
The scoop.
butt
It was
scoop.
an amplifier.
You ever put your phone? You ever
In
put
like a
your
pint
phone
glass?
or in the
Yeah.
sink?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it
the
acts-
sink? No.
It acts as a speaker.
Yeah.
Science class. Oh, they
Yeah,
learned
that's
it down the
science,
hall.
kids.
Yeah.
That was the worst.
I'm glad you guys have tuned in.
Oh
'cause
God, I'm
that is-
still embarrassed.
That is science.
Oh,
Now
that'll
you know,
stick with you
guys.
for life.
Thank you.
I'm still embarrassed. I'm so sorry, Trisha. I know I made you.
No, but to be
uncomfortable.
the guy that exudes that kind of confidence, just fart in front of anybody, hot chick or not, and everybody just laugh at him.
Yeah.
So I feel like if that person, if John did it, laid one out, and then immediately you laid one out, like the whole, like everybody's,
It wouldn't
and
have
then,
worked.
and then you did it, and everybody like, ew.
No, exactly, dude.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Trisha's in the corner making out with Johnny, and you're still trying to get that fart just amplified, just right to get her attention back.
That's exactly what happened. I mean, you're totally right. I just didn't have it. He had it where he could have that kind of freedom.
What's he doing now?
I don't know, man. He was
Probably a
he was,
proctologist.
I see him every once. It's been a long time, but he was setting gold records that year. I mean, it was his year.
Probably
it
what
was the year to
captain
fart.
of industry now.
Do
Could
whatever he
be.
wants.
Or maybe he's selling whoopee cushions and fart pills at Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah, you don't know.
No, I think he's
Maybe.
probably the CEO of a Fortune 500 company.
Probably done good, yeah.
I'm gonna
with
reach
that
out.
confidence.
I'm gonna
yeah.
find out right now.
Yeah, let
Pat,
him-
good to see you, man.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Good to see you guys too. This is a great way to roll right in. It's good to be here, man.
So we met Pat. Dan Cummins was in town.
Yeah, that was the pageant last January.
Was it last January?
Yeah, a year and a half ago already.
Wild.
Yeah.
So you were opening up for Dan. You're at Helium.
Yeah.
Tonight and tomorrow.
Yep.
Philly guy, welcome back to town.
Dude, love it here, man. Here every year. Helium's a great club. Always had fun in St. Louis. Always good to come back.
Yeah, what a great town, right?
I like
What a
it.
great city.
It's so good. You get to come and see the basement of a mall.
Yes, Helium, yes.
Dude, I do so many comedy clubs and malls. I was in the Albany Funny Bone last week. It's literally next to like Forever 21 above the Lego store. I'm like, I can't tell if this is awesome or...
There's an Orange Julius nearby, so
Dude,
you're fine.
it's everything. It's like Victoria's Secret right there. You feel creepy just walking to your show. You're like, ah.
Well, you know, the mall, the Galleria where you're at, you know, that's actually one of the malls that are thriving in the area.
Yeah.
Because now all these malls are shutting down. They're really becoming...
They're like desolate all over the country.
They're being demolished or becoming pickleball courts.
Yes, which is fine. I mean,
Which
who
is
doesn't
fine.
love a pickleball court?
Which is fine, but yeah, it's kind of sad. Although malls are coming back. Like my daughter's 13 years old, and she wants to be dropped off at the mall now with her friends.
It's not. Oh well, that's what's her logic with that? Because I felt like it was like a whole dying thing. Does she want to hang out with her friends and go to stores? Like, what is it?
Yeah, she walks.
Like making a resurgence.
Yeah, like she puts her little crossbody Lululemon, fanny pack on, and yeah, she cruises the mall with her friends.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But you know what? There were so many malls. Now, there are certain ones that survived, like the West County Mall in our area. So the Galleria is where you guys are at. The West County Mall is not too far away, but that is thriving.
Yeah.
That is you walk in there on a Saturday or Friday night, packed.
It's popping. Yeah, no, I tried to go to the Cheesecake Factory one night there. They said, we got like a 2-hour wait. I said, you got to be kidding me. Cheesecake Factory at the mall? And I can't just come in and sit down?
Right.
What day of the week?
I don't know. I mean, obviously a busy one.
They're packed everywhere and they're huge.
I know.
Cheesecake factories are massive and they're always mobbed.
What the hell's going on with
Not
Cheesecake
always.
Factory?
That one out in Chesterfield.
Well, they're closing. That one's shut down now.
Yeah.
But that's a date night spot.
I hope there's, you guys are saying the malls are packed. There better be people at these shows tonight then. Be very disappointed to hear how thriving the mall is. And there's 8 people at each show.
You got to go hand out some flyers in front of Mrs. Fields.
Get out and go see Pat House.
Would not be the first time.
No, I've heard it. So what do they call that when you're first starting out in comedy? They do it at the Comedy Store in New York, I know. Like in order to get
open
on
mic nights or
in order to get on the stage, you got to be the guy.
Oh,
handing out.
yeah.
What do they call that?
I mean,
Handing out flyers?
Barking would be yeah. I've done that before, not in New York. I usually just went to Barnes & Noble for 3 hours and threw the cards in a dumpster. But but I did hand some out. If I was on the show, I'd hand them out.
Yeah.
But as for other people, I'd be like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go take a walk for a while.
What a good term, barking.
Yeah, I've seen comics do it in New York, and it just looks so soul-crushing.
It
just
does.
Standing on the corner like, hot comedy, 8 o'clock, and thousands of people do not care.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's just...
They do that in Vegas. They're still doing that.
Oh, yeah, that's more for prostitution.
Well, they're still doing it for
click,
comedy.
click.
cards.
It's such a distinct sound when they click, click.
They're still doing it for comedy shows. And I think the last time, because I was in Vegas not long ago, and they were doing it there. They were doing it in New Orleans as well. There's is there a comedy club down on Beale? Is it by House of Blues or something?
There's like smaller
strip
clubs down
strip
there,
clubs.
yeah.
But there was like daytime comedy, and there was a couple, 3 or 4 people
Daytime
outside.
comedy.
It was like noon, and they're like, "Hey, man, y'all look like you're funny people. Why don't you come in and see our show? Like, when's it start? I'm thinking they're flying for a 7 p.m.
No.
They're like, no, 20 minutes.
No, Greg's on right now.
Yeah, come on
Nobody's in there.
Come on in. I'm like,
Yeah, no,
wow.
it's soul crushing when you see them handing them out, and then 3 feet past them, they're all on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is awful.
But it's paying your dues. It's paying your dues.
It is, but I feel like that's more of like a. It's very much. I mean, it's everywhere, but like such a New York thing. A lot of my New York friends have done that, like because there's so many comics and so many stage time. But in Philly, we did the open mics, and then at Helium, where the chain started, and then like if you were funny, you'd host on the weekends, and there wasn't too much barking around.
Right.
I worked for the comedy club during the day, so I did all that stuff on my own time.
But you've been at it for quite a while now. You were on the Stern Show.
Oh,
Back in 05.
cool.
05 or 06. I did the first Kill or Be Killed.
Yeah,
and
the
opened
first-
for Artie Lang at Caroline's.
Yeah, the first Kill
He
or
farted
Be
in
Killed
the green room.
competition.
He did.
And probably
And he dealt it.
Was he embarrassed?
And
No,
owned up
not
to
at
it.
all. That was the least of his problems back then.
Yes, I think it was 05. So explain what the competition was.
It was basically like 8 or 10 of us New York, Philly comics. They were trying this competition, and we just had to go to Caroline's. So it's like 3 rounds. You do like 2 minutes of stand-up and then 2 minutes of heckling. But the heckling came from like Artie Lang, Bob Levy, Judy Gold, like comic giants, just crushing these open micers. And then there was like a crowd work round or something.
So yelling at you from
the front row.
From the front row.
Microphoned.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
But it was a pretty cool experience. I remember coming in second, walking to a strip club around the corner, getting a very expensive lap dance, doing shots of Jaeger, and just getting on the bus right back to Philadelphia.
Nice.
Perfect trip.
Nice.
Yeah. Actually, you know what's funny? I met Ron Jeremy that afternoon, too.
Oh,
so
I'm
that was a
sorry.
very wild day.
I met Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
Ah.
His eye was weird.
Did you stay in touch?
No, we did not, but I have a picture of it, and his eye is like beet red.
Oh, he had pink eye, of course.
Oh, he
Yeah,
had
somebody
something
farted
going
on his
there.
pillow. Probably
Seems like a
Artie.
guy that would have pink eye often.
Have you seen what Ron Jeremy looks like now?
There was like a prison shot a year or two ago that was
Dude,
rough.
pull up.
It's sad.
It's not sad. The guy's a
Well, he's
sex
a monster,
offender.
but I'm just saying, like, he looks like death, like walking death. For a
Old,
guy that,
wrinkly, the long, just
Gray. They said he's not even fit to stand trial for what he's done. Like he's got dementia.
I used to see him around L.A. when I was out there, and he lived in the Hollywood neighborhood, drove an old Saturn, an old beat-up Saturn.
oh, come on, Ron.
And this is a true story. We were at a place called Coach and Horses one night, a little bar, and I was in the bathroom taking a pee, and Ron Jeremy busted in the room and went in and took a supersonic dump in the thing. And I came and I went out and I told my buddy, I'm like, yo, man, Ron Jeremy just rushed in there taking a massive dump. And then we were walking home from this bar later on, and there was Ron Jeremy's Saturn parked in front of the 7-Eleven we were stopping at, and he was passed out with his face smushed up against the glass. He's narcoleptic, so he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Ron Jeremy seems like a guy that would have really stinky poops.
and a stinky Saturn, right? Like that car.
like
did
he
not
looks
smell
like
good.
it. He
And
looks
then
like he's made of.
he was on TMZ a couple weeks later, and the Saturn was getting impounded. I'm like,
was
oh, that's a Saturn.
I do have an update on his vehicle. At least this
do?
was like 2012 or something.
Yeah.
Because he and I would stop at the same stoplight every once in a while and off the hills there, and he was in a Mini at that point.
Upgraded.
He moved up.
If you can find TMZ impounding his car.
There was even a worse picture than that, Moon.
He looks like
yeah,
a
I think I
Rob
know the one
Zombie
you're talking
character.
about.
He's like got a gray, big beard.
Yep. He's
Looks
like,
kinda-
he's like hunched over
You know what he looks
too.
like? He
It's-
looks like when they pulled Saddam out of the spider hole.
Yeah.
He has something over his
Oh my
nose.
God!
House of a Thousand Corpses, the sequel, starring this guy.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
He must be sick.
Starring
He has
Ron
something over his
Zombie.
nose.
It's really hard to search images and not get and only find him in the picture, if you know what I'm saying.
That's the herpes computer. There's so many
God.
disgusting things that we've
Dude.
looked up on
Oh,
that
I
computer.
mean,
I can't find anything that's worth putting.
Ron Jeremy was a teacher, by the way.
Yeah.
He was a teacher, and he was in Ghostbusters, the original.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ghostbusters. What's he in that?
He's like an extra, and he
Slimer.
actually got camera time.
Slimer, no.
He was Slimer. Stop it. Gross. Learn, everybody. All right, you're done for the week. It's not going to get funnier than that for you. Get out of here.
Can you open for me this weekend?
I will.
Pat House is here. All right, we got time for a couple emails, and then we'll play a contest. We'll play a contest after with Pat.
Email is brought to you by Claus Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. My 6-year-old, let's start with entertainment reviews. My 6-year-old stepson loves Rob Zombie and wants to see him next weekend at his first concert. Is he too young to take to this concert?
So it's Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper, Ministry, and Filter. A 6-year-old? Why are you going to bring a 6-year-old to
The
a show?
precedent that you set before of bringing your kids to shows is no. They need to be of a certain age. Did we ever
Yeah.
decide what
I
that
only said they
age
need to be a
was?
certain age for the benefit of you. Why do you want to bring a kid to a show?
They like Rob Zombie. If they like Rob Zombie and you let them listen to that music, I think it's an okay thing.
I think it's.
in this juncture of that show and well, we said Ministry.
Alice
Ministry,
Cooper.
Filter, Alice Cooper.
Filter will be
it's-
safe. Alice Cooper will be great because
I
that
think it's
kids
such
will
a show.
love it.
Yeah, I think it's such a
A
show.
6-year-old doesn't have the attention span to sit through an entire concert.
Well,
Listen,
they're
if
gonna
it was
find
Zombie
out.
and Manson, I'd say no.
Right.
But Zombie and Alice Cooper, like it's all theatrics.
It's almost like a
Keep
Six
the kid at
Flags
home,
show.
like
Yeah.
idiots.
It
But
is.
it's too loud and flashy for a kid. I think that they would. It's too much for them.
I'm not
think
even
so?
thinking about the kid. I'm thinking about the parents.
Enjoying your night.
Enjoying your night. You spent a lot of money on concert tickets,
Yeah,
right?
You're taking your kid to see a show that they
They're
may not
never
get to
going to
see.
remember.
Well, they might.
They're never a 6-year-old.
If they already like
They're not
the
going to
music.
care.
I watched a kid go to a Taylor Swift concert that was 6 years old, and she was bawling her eyes out, loving it. I think if your
that
kid
makes
loves Rob
sense.
Zombie, they'll love it.
I'm
I went to my
torn
first
here.
show at 6. I still remember it and loved it. I saw Genesis, And it
Really?
was like, yeah, it was like pivotal in my life.
That's
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
See?
Well, I want to deny children of that.
I think in this case,
No Phil Collins for you.
I think in this case, you take the kid. If the kid's, he didn't say that he's going to the show and he's debating on whether he should take a 6-year-old. He said, the email said, my 6-year-old loves Rob Zombie. Should I take him to the show? I think this particular show, dude, imagine this kid growing up. In 20 years, somebody asks him, hey, what was your first concert? And he pulls out Rob Zombie,
We'll put it to
Alice
a binding
Cooper.
vote here. All right. Moon, bring him to the show.
In this case, I say probably yes.
I say yes.
Yes, Pat.
I say yes.
Clovis.
Wait till he's 10.
Thank you, Scott.
I'll say since Alice Cooper is there, heck yeah.
No.
3-2. You lose, sir.
Next.
What's up, RizzShow?
Hey.
Watching Chimp Crazy per the Queen's recommendation, and I noticed something. First of all, these people are effing loonies. Never thought I'd see something as hooge-tastic as Tiger King, but this takes the cake. Secondly, I totally had my picture taken with Connor, the chimpanzee, at the Missouri State Fair in the late 90s. I feel special. That is all 3 out of 5 stars.
Pat, have you seen it?
Dude, obsessed. I watched, yes.
So
My
Festus,
girlfriend and I watched it last week, and I was glued.
Festus is not far from here.
I looked on the map already.
It's right down the road.
I was like, I'm going to be there this weekend. She's like, please don't.
And I watched that first episode. I think the next episode comes out on Sunday. Have you seen it yet, Clovis?
I haven't yet. No.
Oh.
A lot of chatter out there, so I will.
And you love monkeys.
I love monkeys.
So when it said Festus, Missouri on the screen, I kind of got a chill because I'm like, oh, we do events down there, and I've been there myself.
Yeah.
Has that been known around here? Or
Yes.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. I didn't know if that was like something
Well, it
that just
was-
came to light or it's
Old
been
news
like a
for us.
Well, it was
legend
first-
here for years.
It was first known because some of the monkeys kept escaping.
That was covered a little bit.
And, like some of these, chimps would get out. And then the big story of, PETA coming in and taking
Yeah, that's where the episode left off.
taking the
I
monkeys
believe.
and no spoilers, right? I'm not going to spoil it.
It's
for
a
you.
whole series, so we're gonna cover that.
So PETA came in and they said that Tonka, the woman said that Tonka died, but she was hiding him. And that woman she's something, isn't she?
Oh, that's one way to phrase it. First, those chimps are all more famous than I am, so let's start there. That they could sell more tickets than I can at Helium, but
Let's book some monkeys at Helium.
dude, let's do it.
How about the story of that guy? So they used to bring the monkeys to birthday parties. What did they call it?
I don't know, but wasn't the rate like crazy?
I tried to get some monkeys for a thing one time. It might have even been them.
But no, seriously, before it became whatever the chimp conservation place.
Yeah.
I forgot what they called it. The woman ran a company that you could hire.
yeah, for
I bet
birthday
this was-
parties or whatever. Yeah,
I bet it was the lady that, I bet that's who I talked to.
It
There
had
can't
to
be
have
many
been.
of them.
Chimp
in St.
party.
Louis.
there
Yeah.
really cannot
Was it
be.
chimp party?
Mike
was-
on the
Chimp
chat
party
says
was the
it's
name,
chimp
yeah.
party.
It was so expensive. It was like, and it had to do with how many people were going to be there. Like if you had a party of 10 people, it was like something like $500 for the monkey for an hour or something like that.
That's so worth it.
But then
Alright, so worth
it
it.
was like basically $500 for every person over that. So I was trying to throw a party with like there was going to be like 250 people there, and I'm like, well, that'd be $1 million for this damn monkey. I can't because I guess each person intensifies the monkey's experience a little more after a certain amount.
Well, they showed a scene from it was a party from looked like the 90s, and one of the chimps grabbed like a 4-year-old,
like lunges.
lunged at it, and the guy was like, it happens. It's just like a human. But the guy, if you look at his face, I guess a monkey at some point had ripped his nose off.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Hey, it happens.
I was like, hey, it happens.
got your nose.
Hey, how you
Listen,
doing?
it happens.
Before they even said that story, they showed his face in an interview, and I was like, look at his nose. Yeah, I mean, it's worse than that.
Well, they said
Worse than
they
Ron
said
Jeremy.
the chimp ripped his nose off, and the wife had to go back in to retrieve it so they could sew it back on.
He's very offended
Didn't
by
do
that.
a
Who's
good
got
job.
your
Spoiler.
nose joke?
And the guy's dead. Right, that
I thought
guy.
you said no spoilers.
That guy died.
What?
But
From
I forget-
this?
I forget how he died. Was it a chimp-related death? I'm not sure.
Slipped on a banana peel.
Tune in to the next episode of Chimp Crazy.
Chimpiracy, the new podcast.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm excited.
Oh, Moon.
Whoa.
Don't
Moon
look
just
up
looked
pictures of chimp attacks.
Yeah. Okay.
Oof.
All right. One more.
Kind of the worst.
One more, and then we'll move on.
Happy birthday, Rizz.
Thank you.
Impossible Burger is burger. The definition of burger is not confined to traumatized, murdered cows. A lot of the population know that cows are emotionally intelligent. They feel pain and cry tears. Therefore,
Okay,
want nothing
let me
to-
explain the context here. So yesterday was National Burger Day. We're talking about hamburgers, our favorite burgers, and Lern brings up Impossible Burgers, and I said let us just have this day without your hippie Impossible Burger crap.
Right.
It's got to be
So
beef.
I get right. It's National Burger Day,
It's not beef burger day. It's just burger day. I had a bean burger
but it's
yesterday.
implied.
Yes, implied.
It's implied.
You guys are just trying to make your
Name another kind of burger.
Cow
then,
burger.
Besides, like what other kind?
Impossible burger.
Well,
A
besides
said
Beyond
bean
burger.
burger.
besides the meat substitute burgers, a burger has traditionally always
bean
been
burger.
a meat burger. Ain't nobody ever heard of a bean burger 10 years ago.
I heard of it last night and I ate it.
Well, nowadays, yeah, they got tricky things, but I'm saying there's.
You guys are too triggered by this.
Like when
it sounds
Clovis
like.
gets argumentative.
I'm arguing with you and your
talking to me about a damn bean burger.
You are my favorite person to argue
You
with.
got so serious.
I'm just saying, traditionally, well, burgers would be a meat burger.
I was just busting your balls.
Not me.
Yeah, I
I'm
wasn't
serious.
offended.
Well, apparently this woman was offended.
Right.
This, the email goes on. Would you like me to go on?
Go ahead.
Anyways, Impossible Burger is, in my opinion, the best alternative version. Do some research on the toll it's taken on the planet. Already
Here we
said and
go.
done.
You're ruining the planet, Rizz.
Check out the escalating devastation happening still each day. Statistics are very well, as you know. How about one question like, what percentage of the Amazon rainforest is overtaken and used by animal agriculture?
What about that?
I agree, but this is a moot point because Burger Day should just be hamburgers, I think.
Yeah.
Can we
Thank you,
have our
Clovis.
own Impossible Day, and then you guys
Yeah,
will make
go
fun
ahead.
of us
Sure.
for that? We don't win in this situation.
Go
We're
crazy.
just trying to not
Go
eat
ahead.
cows.
Register the day. There's
Okay.
that website we found,
There
right?
is.
Yeah.
That website. It's like
What
now,
are we talking about?
I'm gonna make it on the same day as Burger Day.
make an
website?
Impossible Burger Day.
Yeah, on the
Oh, that website.
367th day of the year.
What day should it be on?
She goes on and says,
Exciting.
P.S. I apologize for being scattered. I tried to keep it together, but I'm so passionate about ending human creation of suffering for defenseless, trusting, sentient beings.
Oh,
Thanks
I
for your
love
time.
her.
We get. I mean, I get that. She's not wrong about that. It's just Burger Day is for hamburgers.
I want to know if she's watched Chimp Crazy.
What's her name? What's her first name?
Elizabeth.
I love Elizabeth.
There's
so many
I
people.
triggered her.
Scott's just, Rizz, Scott Rizzuto, he's just sticking to his thing.
Yeah, you can have your
I was
beef
just
burger.
busting your chops.
Half the time he's at a
I'm
night.
not, dude. I'm okay.
Yeah, half the time
I
he's
love
90%
Impossible
into
burgers.
it.
I had a bean burger yesterday. I had waffle sweet potato chips with them. I was living large. It was in a burrito too. We didn't have any buns at home.
Wait a minute. It's not a damn burger if it's in a burrito.
And then it's a
It's not a,
burrito.
it's
The
not
mental
a, it's
image
not a
I
beef.
just had picturing that.
I
not a
cut
beef
it up and
patty.
I put it in like a burrito.
That's not a burger.
That is the farthest thing from a burger.
Okay, you
You
know
had a
what?
burrito.
You played an
Mushed
atomic
up beans and a tortilla is not a hamburger.
clown.
I'm a liberal guy.
I'm a
Listen
liberal
here.
clown.
Remember in Atomic Cowboy, there used to be the cheeseburger burrito? It was delicious. I try to make them at home, and that's
Hey.
essentially what
Yeah,
I
we're
did.
flying fast and loose here with the term burger.
Let me ask you this. Is it a burger without the bun still? Or does the bun make it a burger? Or is it just a patty?
I
She's
think,
trying to trick you. Careful.
I think
She's-
it's still a burger even without the bun. It's a bunless burger
yeah.
because it's
No,
not a
that is
sandwich.
just
Because of the shape of the patty? Is that like the
Is that a burger?
the
It's a
meat
patty.
of it, if you will?
No, that is just meat on a plate.
Oh, really? So
It's a
you
burger.
think it's a burger?
That's a burger
That's called a
patty. That's
burger
what we call a
patty.
burger patty.
But it's a burger.
But if you chop up a burger patty and put it in a tortilla, it ain't got nothing to do with a hamburger anymore. It's just a chopped up burrito
Wait.
with a beans
Wait
in
a
it.
second, though. So mashed up hamburger, even though it's sold as hamburger, it hasn't been fashioned, cooked, or put between bread or anything. It's still called a burger.
Right.
If you want to get down to the semantics of it.
I think hamburger is called a hamburger as a product, but it's not called a burger. You wouldn't look at a pile of ground beef and say, "There's a burger."
Great point.
You
And
say
yet-
that is
Great point.
hamburger.
He's got a point there.
And
Or
yet,
it's just ground beef.
Ground
beef,
beef.
yeah.
Right,
Ground
right,
beef.
right.
But
It
guys-
has something to do with Hamburg, right? From
hamburger
Germany?
buns, right? Because it's not just buns. Because there's hot dog buns.
What a dumb conversation.
Yeah.
No,
Is
this
it dumb?
This is pretty serious.
This is one of those
It is.
weird ecto holes
We're
where
about
you
to
like
crack,
don't know what's going
crack
on.
a code here.
Like, is a hot dog a sandwich? Like one of those kind of?
We've confirmed that it is on this show, I believe.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, because it's on hinged bread.
Well, I'm really interested. Clovis has been
Say
making a lot of great
unhinged
points.
bread.
No, hinged. The hinge.
He's been making a lot of great points, making me think. So, what about the hot dog argument? Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
No. Clovis?
Oh,
I would say no. I don't know. I haven't heard the entire argument, but I would say it's not. It's a whole different thing.
It's meat between bread.
Yeah, but it's the shape of the bread, and it's a whole different. It's a tube of meat. It's not slices or lettuce or anything like that. You know, it's a tube.
It's relish.
It's a tube in a roll. A meat tube in a roll. That doesn't sound like a sandwich.
Yeah, but I can make a.
Not when you phrase it that way.
Yeah, but if I make like sausage and peppers, that's a sausage and pepper sandwich. And that sausage is a tubed meat.
That might be a hoagie.
No, it's not.
That might
Here we
be
go.
like
Hoagie is another word.
Is a hoagie a sandwich?
Hoagie is a sandwich.
You
yes.
doing white bread or are you doing a roll on a roll?
On a roll. That's fine. It's a sandwich.
Yeah, but a hot dog bun isn't just a roll. It's a special kind of roll.
It's more of a taco than a sandwich.
It's I agree with that.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Do you know it actually varies state to state? Literally.
Yeah,
depending on-
hoagie, sub, wedge. You know, New York, they call it a wedge.
Yeah.
Hero.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, we can argue about this forever, but we got things to do. Pat House is here.
And I'm staying
Pat
here
House
until we
is here.
finish this argument.
Pat House is here. See him at Helium Comedy Club tonight and tomorrow.
8 o'clock both nights.
8 o'clock both nights. So after the break, we're going to play a game. The game is called Fake News or Florida. So, we got Moon, we got Pat, and we got Clonvis. Lern will read the headlines. Okay, you'll each get, let me see, I have 18 altogether. What's 18 divided by 3? That is 6. Thank you. Good math in my head.
Very good math.
You'll each get 6 headlines. Whoever gets the most headlines right, their respective teammates on the phone will win. So, Scott, give me 3 callers.
Okay.
And we need a
I'll
team
reach out.
Clownvis, a team Pat, and we need a team Moon.
Okay.
All right, whoever gets the most right, again, your teammate will win. Oh, we got some fabulous prizes. Rob Zombie Alice Cooper tickets. Tickets to go see Cage the Elephant. We got tickets for the Evolution Festival and tickets for the St. Louis Blues home opener happening on October 15th against the Minnesota Wild. If you want to play 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Fake News of Florida, next. All right, welcome back to the program. Clownvis is here.
What's up, gang?
Pat House is here.
Hello.
And we're going to give away some stuff.
Brought to you by Friedrich HVAC Systems. Get serious about comfort and energy savings with Friedrich. Visit Friedrich.com.
All right, we're going to play Fake News of Florida. Simple game. It's going to be Moon versus Pat versus Clonvis. So Lern will read a headline. And you have to tell us if it's something that we made up or something that actually happened in the state of Florida.
All right.
It's tougher than you think.
Oh,
Pat.
I have been to Florida many times.
I want to move to Florida. I'm retiring in Florida.
We're trying to talk him out of it.
No, I'm going. And I'm going to love it. All right, so up for grabs here. We got tickets to go see Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper. That's Sunday, September 1st at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Cage the Elephant at the Amphitheater. 2-day weekend passes for the Evolution Festival with the Killers, Beck, Jane's Addiction, Billy Idol, Killer Mike, and more. September 28th and 29th at Forest Park. And we have tickets for the St. Louis Blues home opener versus the Minnesota Wild, October 15th over at Enterprise. Sports fan, Pat?
Moderately.
I mean, from Philly, I guess you kind of have to.
Yeah, but I'm a baseball football guy in that order.
Right.
So I couldn't tell you one of the Flyers, honestly.
Right. Eric Lindros.
Yeah, okay, I can name that, but we're also going back 25 years. But yeah, that's all I got too.
All right, so let's see who's playing for who here. Okay, Pat, you're playing for Shane.
All right. I'm
Moon,
sorry.
you're playing for Mike.
All right.
And Clownvis, you are playing for Ryan.
Ryan.
Okay, Lern, let's start with Moon. We'll go to Pat and then Clownvis and go back.
Okay, Mooners.
Yes.
Police in St. Johns County arrested an elderly man who tried to run over his neighbor with a tractor. Is that fake news or Florida?
Show me Florida.
Show me Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Point for Moon.
Yes.
1 point for Moon.
Pat.
All right.
2 contestants were arrested at a bikini contest in Stuart, Florida after getting into a high-heeled shoe fight. Is that fake news or Florida?
I'm going to go with Florida. That sounds Florida.
Florida.
Point for Pat.
Jeez, you guys are doing good.
Clownvis Presley.
Yeah.
A St. Petersburg police officer arrested a wrecking ball operator for a DUI after he smashed the wrong building. Is it fake news or Florida?
Smashing the wrong building seems fake.
You say fake?
Fake.
Point for Clownvis.
Fake. Point for Clownvis. Okay, so far after round 1,
One
everybody's
across
got a
the
point.
board. Moon.
Lern.
A Pasco County burglar told cops that he didn't break into a house. He was just going inside to look for his horse. Is it fake news or Florida?
Oh, man. I'm going to say fake news.
Oh, that's Florida.
Sorry, Moon, that
Darn
is
it.
Florida.
Darn it.
First
Darn
one
it.
wrong.
Pat. A Hollywood woman told police excuse me, let me start over. I'm getting ahead of myself. A Hollywood woman told police she shouldn't get charged with drug possession because her heroin was in her hoo-ha and it was not hers. Is that fake news or Florida?
100% Florida.
Show me Florida. Oh, no.
That is
Sorry,
fake.
that was
I got the
Nah, I got fat fingers.
Got
Took it away from you.
Man.
That was cruel.
You know what? I thought it was Florida, too.
I messed it up, and it sounded like
So
Florida.
did my middle finger, and they, thought it was Florida.
The
too.
crush of disappointment
We're
with those
tied.
sounds.
Sorry.
Clownvis.
We're all
Here we
tied.
go. I'm going to run away with it here.
A Sarasota man was arrested after telling police that he had a live grenade in his car during a routine traffic stop. Is it fake news or Florida?
Well, that's real. That sounds real as hell, baby.
Oh, that's Florida.
Point for Clownvis.
Takes
He's
the
up.
lead.
Point for Clownvis. Takes the lead.
Mooners.
Yes, Lern.
A Jacksonville car wash owner was busted for a DUI and grand theft auto after he drove a customer's car to his mistress's house. Is it fake news or Florida?
Show me Florida.
Sorry, that's fake news.
Oh,
Why are you
no.
judging Florida so harshly over
Slipping.
there?
Man.
Pat, a new Smyrna Beach hospital patient set his hospital bed on fire after he felt like he was being ignored by the nurses. Is it fake news or Florida?
Gonna go with Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
2-2, Clownvis and Pat.
Right.
Oh, man.
Clownvis for the lead.
It's getting hot here.
Clownvis, a 74-year-old Brevard County man chased two people with a knife while riding an electric scooter. Is it fake news or Florida?
I am going to say it's real because I don't think you would have made up the name of that town, so that's real.
Oh, that's Florida.
Wow.
Clownvis to the
Clownvis
lead.
in the lead.
Clown logic taking over.
Moon Valjean, a Treasure Island man, broke into a stranger's garage to use their coffee maker and didn't take anything else. Is it fake news or Florida?
Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Yes.
Okay, 2 points for Moon.
Pat, a Chick-fil-A manager, was arrested for assault after she tried to stick a customer's hand into a French fryer. Is it fake news or Florida?
I'm gonna go with fake news on that one.
Fake news indeed.
Way to go, Pat.
Another point for Pat. Clownvis for the lead.
Clownvis, a Brockville woman, was arrested for assault after beating her boyfriend with a pork chop. Fake news or Florida?
That,
Think hard.
which county?
It was a Brockville woman.
That was real.
Oh, that's Florida.
I love that.
I like how you reasoned that out.
Yeah, that sounds like Brockville.
So that's, 4 points for Clownvis.
Moon.
Lern.
A Naples woman was arrested for a DUI and then asked the cop to drink her last 2 beers with her. Fake news or Florida?
Oh, man, that sounds so Florida, but I will say fake news.
Fake news.
Got it.
Right.
Yes.
All right, point for Moon.
Fantastic. You guys are doing so good. This is really hard, so. Pat, a Winter Springs mother served as a lookout and getaway driver for her 15-year-old son who robbed a convenience store at gunpoint. Is it fake news or Florida?
Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Fiction. Very good.
You're like, I was there. I saw it.
It's my
Point
mom.
for Pat.
Clownvis,
Thanks, Gam Gam.
a Broward County man brought a tiger into a grocery store and later told police it was his therapy animal. Is it fake news or Florida?
That's fake.
Show me fake news. Yes.
Way to go.
Fake news.
I think that kills me. I think that takes me out of it.
Yeah, there's 3 more to go.
One more round, you mean?
One more round. Yeah, one more round. So no, you could still, still tie.
You could defer to Pat and give him your chance.
No.
Oh.
Moon's got 4.
All right, take things over.
Moon's
Okay.
got 4. Pat's got 4. Clownvis has 5.
Oh, really? He's only up by 1?
Only up by 1.
Oh, tight.
Okay, well, never mind. Moon, a West Palm Beach man caught a 17-foot, 120-pound python with his bare hands after seeing it on the side of the road. Is it fake news or Florida?
Where again?
This was West Palm Beach.
Oh, my gosh. Show me fake news.
That is
Moon's
Ooh,
out.
I thought that was fake, too.
That's America's
That
pastime.
is Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Sorry, Mike.
Pat,
Pat, here we go.
All right, last one.
a Key West mother was busted for drunk driving after pulling up to her daughter's school car wash. Fake news or Florida?
I'm gonna go with fake.
Fake news.
I had too many Floridas. I didn't trust it. So
He makes
there
a
you go.
game. He
Clovis.
makes a game of it.
Wow.
Comes down to this. If you get this right, Clovis and Ryan win. If you get this wrong, we got to go to the tiebreaker. Here we go.
Clownvis Presley,
Learn.
a Jacksonville Heights teacher, has been busted for trying to get drugs delivered to her while she taught at an elementary school. Is it fake news or Florida?
Drugs delivered. Drugs delivered to a school
While she was teaching.
while she was teaching
Jacksonville Heights.
in Jacksonville Heights. I've been down to Jacksonville. I know how the teachers are. That is very true.
So you're saying Florida.
Yes. Oh, that's Florida.
There he goes.
Boom, baby.
This man knows.
Congratulations.
100%.
100. Wow.
No teachers in Jacksonville.
6 for 6. All right, you know what? Just for fun, let's do the tiebreaker because I did look this up.
Okay.
And in fact, Lern, you'll play too.
Okay.
Scott, you there? Oh, Scott's on the phone. All right, write your answer down.
No, I'm here. Sorry. I thought the thing was on.
Scott, write your answer down.
Everybody writes their answer downs?
How many strip clubs are there in Florida?
Ooh. Is this Price is Right? Closest without going over?
Closest without going over, yes.
Oh, gosh.
How many strip clubs are there in Florida? I have the exact number as of last month. Maybe one shut down overnight. I have no
You
idea.
better have your facts straight.
Yeah.
Oh, man. what a tough game.
What a question, right?
What a question.
Do we phone a friend?
Nope.
Mom, how many?
Ma, you working today?
How many strip clubs are there in the state of Florida? Have you guys all written down your answers?
I have a number, and I don't know if it's a low number, if it's a high number. I don't know. I don't even know.
I have the exact number.
Mine's a wild shot to the wind, so.
Yeah, I guess they all would be, yeah.
All right, I'll start with Moon.
I've been to 0 in Florida, so my guess is completely uneducated, and it is 33.
33. Learn.
You're counting Key West?
I'm counting the state of Florida.
Okay. I have to know.
Is Key West in Florida?
I'm going 1,050 strip clubs.
Gosh.
Jeez.
Okay. Pat, how many strip clubs are in the state of Florida?
I said 250.
250.
Okay.
I went a lot lower. I said 125.
125.
Bad.
Scott?
I had 469.
Well, one of you almost hit it on the head.
You're welcome.
And she's sitting right here.
One of you was off by 7.
Whoa.
Dang.
Over?
Moon, you're under. Moon guessed 33, under. Learn, you guessed 1,050.
Mm-hmm.
You are way over.
Damn it.
That's a lot.
Pat, 250. Clownvis, 125. King Scott, 469. Actual number of strip clubs in the state of Florida, 243.
Wow.
But
So
if
that
we were playing Price is Right rules, Pat would have lost. And congratulations, Clownvis.
What- You are Mr. Florida 2024. Incredible.
Oh, missed it by 7. That was pretty impressive,
Yeah,
too,
that's
man.
Yeah, you missed it by 7.
Took the over.
Pretty good.
243 strip clubs. Again, as of maybe a month ago. One may have shut down last night. I don't know.
Some
It could
may have
be-
opened.
More than one shut down in the past month, I guarantee
It could
it.
be 242 right now. I don't know.
hurricane
But these are the
season,
latest numbers.
That
Those are the
seems-
latest numbers.
Seems like a lot for a conservative state. You know what I'm saying? Like, that seems like a lot.
Florida's huge.
Yeah, but most of it's just a
Yeah, a lot of
swamp.
it's swamp.
know.
But you got to think there's probably 20 major cities. The way I did, I said there's probably 20 cities that have strip clubs, and the big ones probably have a little more than 5, and the little ones probably have,
12.
a little less than 5. Yeah.
There's 267 cities in Florida.
So 267 cities?
In Florida, yes. And so
Well, you figure like Miami's probably got like 10 strip clubs.
right.
Port St. Lucie may have 1.
Key West has some.
Tampa, I'm sure, has 1 million.
Yeah.
I bet you the majority of strip clubs are
Probably
in
all in Tampa. Yeah.
Tampa. All right, we got to take a break. Pat House is here. Clownvis is here. Sports next. I do have something in sports, like an extra. The NFL. There's the story here. That's not it. So this whole, everybody could gamble on their phones thing. And players are now getting in trouble for gambling on their own games or even gambling on teams in their league. So the NFL has announced mandatory in-person gambling policy education for the players, and I will tell you what they've been told next. It's 9:22. It is Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The experience the thrill of nitro-fueled racing at NHRA Midwest Nationals. Come see your favorite drag racers at WW2 Raceway from September 27th to the 29th. Right lane blocked and a right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stall of vehicle 64 eastbound just after 270. Your point forecast, hotter afternoon, partly cloudy skies, high of 90. Hotter and more humid this weekend. Right now it's 70 at the Point Studio.
All right, welcome back to the program. Clovis is here. Pat House is here. See him at Helium Comedy Club tonight and tomorrow, 8 o'clock shows. Before I get to sports, just a couple news stories. And news sponsored by
Energy Stars Heating and Cooling, preferred partner of Ameren, Illinois, to make your home comfortable and affordable.
Lern, you ain't going to like this story.
Uh-oh.
27-year-old woman from Ohio arrested after she killed and ate a cat.
Hell's wrong with people, dude?
Well,
You got cats, Pat?
No.
You're not a cat guy?
Dogs.
do you
okay.
eat cats, Pat?
Well, that's a different story.
Did the cat need to be put down?
Alexis Talia Farrell is facing charges of animal cruelty and disorderly conduct. Witnesses reportedly saw her stomp on the cat, kill it before eating it.
What a total bitch.
I love how, like, that's just disorderly conduct. Just stomping
Yeah.
on a cat.
And then consuming it.
What a total
Did it say
bitch.
which kind of cat?
Does
It doesn't matter.
Does
Where
it
was
matter?
this? Where was this again?
From the tabby to
was
the Siamese,
in-
it doesn't matter.
Ohio.
Man, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. I mean, there's like some old, what do you do? Listen, we got some family out in the country, and if you lose a dog, you got to put a dog down to yourself, or a horse, or something like that. There's
You don't eat it, though, right?
I don't think so.
No, but the other dogs that one might.
I don't know.
They dig 'em
man.
up.
I don't know. My dad had to put down a cat. It wasn't all that long ago.
She did this in front of people.
Yeah. Are you looking more into it?
Yeah.
Wow.
We had this cat that was kind of weird, and
So mad at this woman right now.
she got up in a rocking chair, a recliner, I guess, where it's like covered. You can't see the springs and all the operation underneath.
Yeah.
And who knows how she got up there, but my dad definitely didn't know. And he sat down and rocked back, and it broke her spine.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It broke her spine, yeah. So she was suffering, and he had to put her
And
down.
he ate it?
No, I don't think so. But
That's the only way to make
I'm
him not
thinking about
suffer.
this. I don't know what he did with her. I know how he.
How did he dispatch the cat?
You really want to know?
Yes.
I kind of do.
Oh, God.
It was a bowling ball, right?
Well, if you want to know details, he's an old country boy, so he put her.
Took it to Florida.
No, he put her head in a diaper, so there was not a mess.
Jesus. What?
Do you want to hear the story? I don't think
No,
you
This
we
is
don't
the
want to hear the
worst. It's
story.
Friday. What are we
we'll take it.
doing?
We'll take it on our own from there. The head in the diaper's good enough.
Where would they get the diaper from?
It must have been her dirty.
It was from the grandkids, just like one of the things around. This was a while back, but it had a 4x4 underneath it, and then 22 pistol or something.
I mean,
no more suffering.
I have no problem people putting a injured animal out of their suffering.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
a
it was-
humane thing to
she
do.
had a snapped spine. It
But
was a bad
this
situation.
woman just got a rando cat and ate it in front of people, and she had blood everywhere.
Did she?
Golly.
It's murderous behavior.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I get
to
so
bring
mad,
my dad
dude.
into this story.
No, I'm not mad at you.
You're the one that brought it up.
I know. I said I'm sorry. Well, I'm just saying, like, because my first question when you read the headline was, was the cat suffering in some way? But
Right.
Clearly, this person is a crazy person.
Yeah, this person is a psycho.
Yes, this is a psychopath. And the fact that she consumed the cat after killing it in front of people.
But I'm just
Not
saying,
cool.
It wasn't that long
Not
ago
cool at all.
where we had to figure out how to dispatch our own suffering pets and figure out what to do with that.
Anyway,
Sorry.
you have to wonder in this next story here if this happened, a lot more when jukeboxes were more common and we didn't have internet journalism. So a guy in his 40s was at a bar in Rhode Island called Deadbeats. when 3 men in their 30s reportedly dragged him out and assaulted him. It was so bad they may have broken his jaw. He probably lost consciousness. Now, it sounds like he'll be fine, but the identities of the attackers and the victim haven't been released. Now, the initial report says the guy was roughed up over a song he played on the jukebox.
Well.
Okay.
And there's no official word on what song it was, which is a major...
Going to guess. I was going to make this a game.
Which is a major failure of whoever originally reported the story.
Yeah.
Don't stop believing. Final answer.
Could have been anything. It could have been Werewolves of London on repeat. I could kill the mood in a bar.
For what it's worth, the owner of Deadbeats is not snitching, and they're denying that there even was a fight in the first place, but there was. Unofficially, I did some digging on social media, and somebody who claims to know the owners said the so-called victim was harassing the female bartenders and other women all night. And the place is gay-friendly, and he was being homophobic.
Deadbeats is gay-friendly?
Yeah. They said he kept playing square dancing music.
Oh.
Oh.
What is square dancing music?
Bow to your partner. Bow to your corner.
It's like in Son-in-Law when Pauly Shore gets on the mic. That's square dancing music.
Popular square dancing music.
But up in Rhode Island, they don't know what country music is. So they think everything country, square dancing music.
Yeah.
Okay, here's some 1956 popular square dancing music. You want to give me some audio? Just
Sure, square dancing music. Here we go.
I'll get up and do the dance.
It's good stuff.
You guys do square dance?
Yeah.
No, I've never been.
Oh, come on.
Oh, really?
We did in PE class.
You know where Tim and I are planning on going here? Stovall's, which is out by Wildwood.
I love Stovall's.
Have
yeah.
you been there? They do a dance class on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and it's square dancing. And it's $3, and you go and you learn to square dance.
that's awesome.
Yeah, if you haven't been down to Stovall's Grove, you should.
It's
Actually,
so
don't
cool.
go. We don't want it all
Is that
crowded.
the place with the horse out front?
Yes, it's a honky tonk.
I always thought that was a biker bar.
It's just an old roadhouse.
On 100.
Yeah, country. It's a country bar, a cowboy bar. It's all country music stuff.
It's been
it's
around
a
for
cool
100
spot.
years.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
fun.
pretty neat.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my parents were both into square dancing, so I got to go to all those almost every weekend, and there would always be a live band and
Square
tons
dance
of people
is
square dancing. It was
huge in
fun.
Philly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had to get away for the weekend. Just
Yeah.
too much square dancing at
Square
home.
dancing.
That's how Boys to Men got their start, and they were square dancers.
My daughter was doing it
Cowboys
for the
and
Alabama Dirtbag show. We were playing country, and she was doing it right
Square
there.
dancing, I couldn't tell you how to start.
But that's the exact sound I picture when I hear like that music is exactly
For
what I
sure.
hear in my head.
So I
yeah.
guess this guy was playing that like endlessly, and they dragged him out and just beat the hell out of him.
Well,
I mean,
Fair.
I think that's a funny
yeah, it's
little
kind of
prank.
justice. Yeah.
I don't like the homophobic side of that, but I don't think square dancing is homophobic. I think the gays love square dancing.
Do they?
I don't know. I mean, all
Does
the
anyone like?
all the gay clubs I've been to, I haven't seen square dancing, but I'm sure there's like honky tonks that.
Listen, I've been to gay clubs, and this is all that's played.
You haven't
On
been since the
repeat.
80s.
You can square dance to this.
No, it's always Madonna.
Oh my God, it's
Everybody's
everybody.
voguing.
It's a Madonna playlist.
Everybody's just voguing. That's it.
Somebody said that was sister kissing music.
Scott,
Yeah.
Yeah. Care to-
Hey, keep your family close, man.
So the NFL, are you a betting man?
Not really.
You don't do
No.
FanDuel or
None of
Underdog
it.
or
No.
DraftKings?
My friends are avid golfers, and I bet on them. I bet on their weekend matches. Yeah.
that's sweet.
But you know, we've heard the stories. There was one big one from a St. Louis guy who was in the NBA, a Toronto Raptor, who ended up getting busted betting and making quite a few dollars betting on NBA games, and he's in the NBA. Right? Remember that story? I forget what the guy's
He was
name
like a bench player for the most part, but he would make crazy bets on himself, right?
Or he would tell his friends, like, I'm going to be taken out of the game.
Yeah.
Bet on me. Bet on the under for me scoring a certain amount of points. And there'd be all this action on this one guy who never plays. And DraftKings like, there's something up here.
This is a total story for another day, but my mom's former boss was behind the whole NBA scandal.
The point shaving?
Tim Donaghy, all that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, that's based out of Springfield, Pennsylvania, where I'm from.
No
That
way.
happened at like my local bar where my family
There's
would
an
hang out and go to dinner, and like that's in my community and some of my mom's old coworkers and stuff. That was like heavily involved.
There's an untold about that.
Is it really?
Tim,
Yeah.
Tim Donaghy, yeah.
We went to
The
the
point
same
shaving
high
scandal.
school, and like yeah. That's a big thing where I'm from. I know a handful of people that were
You know that story, Clonvis?
I'm not familiar with the point shaving.
It
no.
was a ref.
NBA ref, Tim Donaghy, who was just heavily involved with betting, and he was letting people, he was deciding games, and it got even crazier than that because they got into all these sports, and the NBA found out, big-time scandals, like Supreme Court, went from a corner bar to the Supreme Court,
So the NFL wants to make sure players understand the rules when it comes to gambling. So the NFL is requiring all players now to attend in-person gambling policy education meetings. So here are some of the rules that players have to now abide by. Never bet on the NFL. This includes other NFL events like the draft, the combine, the Pro Bowl, NFL honors. They are not allowed to bet on anything having to do with the NFL. Don't have somebody bet for you. No family, no friends, or anybody else place a bet for you. Don't gamble, period. No bets on sports, casino, or card games.
Couldn't they have
Doesn't that precede the first one?
It just say that.
Okay, no, it says don't gamble at your team facility or stadium while traveling for a road game or staying at a team hotel. So if you're playing Vegas, if you're playing the Vegas team, the Raiders, and you're staying at a hotel near a casino or at a casino, you are not allowed to be gambling. Don't share inside team information. Don't enter a sports book during the NFL playing season. And don't play like daily fantasy football.
So many rules.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but it's easy to not do any of that stuff.
Yeah, that's I don't do any of it. But I'm also not in the NBA or
It's
NFL.
easy to not gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only they made more money, they wouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, it's simple to just not do any of that stuff.
I don't know. You think they're ever going to reevaluate Pete Rose? Any talk about that? I feel like in this day and age, Pete Rose got busted for light gambling back in the old days.
He said he never bet on his own games.
Yeah. It seems like they could open things up now that gambling is more of a socially acceptable thing, more of a legal thing.
He is in the WWE Hall of Fame, so he's got that.
Oh, well, that's better. Yeah, that's better.
There's been talk of posthumously getting him in, one
that's
day.
Probably so. Probably so.
Okay, he's still got the WWE Hall of Fame. All right, here's sports. All right, Moon, what do we got?
Sports brought to you by Jack and Coke, the popular cocktail now available in ready-to-drink.
Make this
cans.
man a Cardinal fan.
Okay, well, I was going to start with the NFL since we were just talking about gambling and all this. And yesterday we were chirping. You said you're an Eagles fan.
I am.
Yesterday we were chirping about the people that are really angry at Apple because the season ticket thing is, what was it, $600 or
$700.
It's YouTube. YouTube is now doing
$700
the season pass.
And people were like, it's a cash grab. It's ridiculous. Blah blah blah.
So $700 for the NFL Sunday ticket on YouTube. $700.
Wow.
Okay, so
Wow.
quote here. First, we saw that Apple's bid for Sunday ticket suggested that it would add only about 15 to 20 million new customers. Patriots owner Robert Kraft reportedly said in a deposition testimony that was played for a jury last Friday, quote, "We're not looking to get lots of people. We want to keep it as a premium offering." So right now there's a whole bunch of lawsuits going on with antitrust stuff against the NFL, and it has to do with this NFL ticket thing. ESPN proposed dropping the price to $70 for the full season.
Which is reasonable.
To sell single-team packages. Remember we were talking about how come I can't just sign
I'm
up
a
for the
Chiefs
Chiefs?
fan. I just want to watch Chiefs games.
An email from Rolap shown in court showed that the league did not like that, and they did not want that. There are a lot of lawsuits over this now about antitrust, and the plaintiffs are arguing that the league specifically kept Sunday tickets so expensive to ensure that plenty of fans would just watch whatever games were on their local broadcast networks. So it is a lot of
So they got
controlling.
these big TV deals with the networks, Fox, CBS, ESPN. They don't want people watching the NFL Sunday ticket.
Right. So the NFL silver bullet is that Sunday ticket falls within the league's broadcast antitrust exemption. If so, it can do whatever it wants when it comes to rigging the price of Sunday ticket, ensuring that it's much too expensive to deliver, quote, what the fan wants and get as much distribution as possible.
What a racket.
It is.
All things are
Just
racket.
the phrase "can do whatever they want with rigging" is just like incriminating
I
sentence.
was just going to say that. Huh? All right.
Crazy. Okay, so a strong pitching performance spearheaded by right-hander Miles Michaelis, and a 3-run seventh inning gave the Cardinals the victory they desire as they beat the Brewers 3-0 in the finale of their 3-game series in front of an announced crowd of 28,000 at Busch Stadium.
28,000, that's it?
For the
I was
third-
one of those people.
Oh, you
You
went?
were there?
I went, yeah.
Thank
First,
you.
first Cardinals game, yeah.
For the third straight day, that is the smallest crowd not restricted by the pandemic in Cardinals
Plenty of room, right?
Bring back
Ballpark.
those cardboard
There was.
cutouts. Put them in there.
ballpark history. Yeah.
Right.
Cardinals are now 63 and 64, moved to within a game of 500, and are 10 games back of the Brewers in the division with 35 games remaining in the season.
got it.
How'd you like it?
I loved it. I love live baseball, man. I try to hit all the stadiums. I'm almost at all of them, and I just love checking out a game anywhere I can go. It's just fun. Live baseball, it was beautiful yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, good day
Gorgeous.
for it.
Yeah.
We just don't have a good team, and normally, people come to weekday games. This is very unusual.
You should have seen it back.
I loved that.
Back
I loved
in the,
that. I parked close by,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
in and out. I
That's a
was
great
like,
point.
man, I loved it.
It's a good experience. In the old days, you could have seen Ozzie Smith doing flips. That was what I
He
saw.
did one in Philadelphia when I was a kid. It
Yeah,
was
you saw
Phillies
it?
Cardinals at the Vet in '92 or '93. The crowd was going nuts for Ozzy, and he gave it to him.
Yes.
And I loved it.
Yes.
Yep.
In Philly?
Yep.
That's
I
so
think about it
cool.
all the time. How lucky St. Louis was to have Ozzie Smith doing them flips, man. Nobody even comes close to doing anything like that.
Yep.
I don't think anybody does. Yeah. Period.
Nobody. St. Louis City SC takes on Portland as they play as the play in MLS continues. That's tomorrow. This time with some new faces as the transfer window was a productive one for City. 9:30 late game tomorrow. That kind of sucks. But hey, check out Soccer 101 podcast with me and Rockio. We'll talk all about the details of the transfer window and what we anticipate in the next couple weeks. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up. All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Have a great weekend. First off, I want to thank our great buddy Clownvis, as
Thank you
always.
guys. Thank you guys so much for always having me, and I appreciate it. I'll remind you guys that if you want to learn more about my viral video, Sweetheart, tune into my YouTube show tomorrow night. That's Saturday night. And since we're talking to St. Louis here, baby, this Four Hands Clownvis beer is selling like hotcakes around town.
That's awesome.
We're going to be doing a lot of promos. So check out your local bars, see if they got it. They probably do. And you can catch me
and
August.
if they don't, demand it.
Demand it. Next weekend, August 29th, we're having a free party at the Pinup Bowl. They'll be bowling with Clownvis. And August 30th, we're doing a free pinball night at the Silver Ballroom, all to promote this
right
beer with
on.
Four
Oh,
Hands.
it's
You come-
amazing.
That's awesome.
Come out. I'm trying to be the new Spuds McKenzie.
You are.
We love you. The great Clownvis, everybody.
Thank you.
Also got to thank our buddy Pat House. See him at Healing Comedy Club tonight.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, 8 o'clock. What else are you promoting?
Follow me on social media at Bohemian Patsity. Always
love
post
that.
the gig. Thank you. It's like 50-50. People either love it or they're like, what is this? I don't get it.
How do they not get
Dude,
it?
you would be
Idiots.
surprised, but that was my like AOL screen name since I was like 12.
Hell
So
yeah.
I was proud of that at 12, and at 39 it's still
And
holding
still,
true.
nice.
I love it, dude.
I love it.
But yeah, man, Helium, thanks again for having me. And guys,
Hey,
this was a
dude.
blast. Thank
Anytime,
you.
man. Make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. Moon, what's today's podcast called?
I tried to get some
I almost
monkeys.
said Patcast, but what, it's today is a Patcast.
I tried to get some
Podcast.
monkeys for a thing one time.
Oh, great.
That did, yep, somebody did say that.
That's what
today.
I said.
All right, Moon, what else you got?
Man, just be cool. Just be cool. I just want everybody to just be cool.
Listen to him, everybody.
Settle
Yeah,
down.
please, just be cool,
Settle down.
man.
I'm talking to myself too.
Stand in front of the
I'm talking to
AC.
Just be
myself.
cool, dude.
Yeah, just be cool. Let's just all try. Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, man. You telling us what that stash is my favorite.
I'm having a hard. I'm having a hard time right now, and I've been reading all these people that are just angry about everything, and I'm just like, you know what, man? We all just need to just try. Just calm
Take a
down.
gummy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gummy bear, you know,
I
Harbo.
just want to just chill out, man.
Learn.
Come and see my band on August 31st. We play classic rock covers 9 to midnight at the Sky Music Lounge. $10 cover. I hear there's going to be some celebrity appearances in the crowd. It's going to be
My
pretty
mother.
cool.
Ooh,
Possibly
baby.
Mrs. Rizzuto.
What night is this?
August 31st It's in Ballwin.
Yeah, I know where Sky
Yes.
Music Lounge is.
We've never
Dude,
played there
come.
before. Please
Maybe
come.
I will. Is that a Sunday night or something?
It's a
or
Saturday
Saturday.
night.
Saturday
It's
night?
Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
It's the Saturday for Labor Day. And there's a band opening up before us, and it's a listener's band. And I'm waiting for her to tell me what her band is called. So if you want to get there at 7,
Nice.
like maybe you can see her
fun.
band.
Yeah,
listener
yeah.
band.
I'll
It's
go.
I'll come
really
back
fun.
and MC it.
Yeah.
Please do it. Oh my
I'll fly back next weekend.
Dude,
yeah.
you totally should. So, and you can follow me at Lern versus Radio to stay heads up on all that.
So the place that she's playing at, it's a place called Sky Music Lounge. My buddy celebrated his 40th birthday there, and I was there with my wife. I had a bit to drink, and I always wanted to do this, but round of drinks for everybody.
Nice.
Dude, and the place was packed. My wife was like, "What are you doing?"
243?
Oh, dude. And next thing you know, trays and tequila started coming out.
Hell yeah.
And my wife's like, "Oh my God, what did you do?"
What was the damage? You
It was
remember?
like $500.
But you know what, though? Sometimes it feels so good in that moment, though. You're like,
Oh,
I'm going
yeah.
to do this. And it's so cocky, but you just do it.
I was feeling it. I was
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
the band was great that night.
It's
I
gonna
was
be like
I was
that. It
smashed.
I might do that at Lern's show. Maybe I'll buy a round for everybody
Please
at Lern's
do.
show.
And I stood up on the table and round of drinks for everybody. Went, yeah, and I was just feeling it.
Classic.
I see my wife then going, no. Next thing you know, like waitresses were like
Out of the back.
out of the back.
And they're carrying you out. For he's a jolly good fellow.
They're calling in extra staff. You got to come in.
Rizz is buying drinks for everybody. Then you learn King Scott.
Yeah, to follow up with what Moon was saying, to stay groovy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope you guys stay groovy.
You guys.
Follow me at King Scott Rules. Be groovy there with me.
Okay.
all right, thank you,
you.
Scott. We leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots from Shiloh, Illinois. Liz Wuzalik is our team. And she wants to hear this song. Here it is. Have a great weekend. Donnie next. Lern goes to Keishi. Have a great weekend. Talk to you Monday. Bye.